Ah! That's the sound of not
Welcome back to
unmuting.
Dicefunctional with the Neighborhood Watch. Where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just wrapped up some business below ground, investigating a long abandoned facility made by the one, the only Anatremini, a mysterious figure who appears to be quite a bastard, judging by some of their experiments. In the process of going through this little facility, the party found multiple things, namely a interesting little dagger made of bone held inside of a container that they need to find a password to open. Many mutated test subjects, to put it politely, and a friend that they made by the name of H.E., who appeared to have been lying to them most of this time and was trying to get them to put them into a new body to help them ascend. They promised to assist you and to give you some advice and assistance that you needed, to which some of you found some good information. Others found news that they did not want to hear. But he did give you his word to assist you. After that, you all headed back into the cart and rode your way back up to the surface where we had left you guys off. You had arrived back on the surface of the actual of the continent. It is currently, let's see, about 7 o'clock in the morning. So, what would you guys want to do? Actually, hold on, music. There we are.
My dad just called me because he knew that it was 4 o'clock because he knew I would be awake. And I was like, I'm playing D&D, and he said, I've been trying to call you for 2 days.
Oh,
I said, I'm sleep on. I'm sorry.
Lo siento, padre.
My paps.
Lo siento.
Lo siento.
Lo siento.
So, you guys are, I don't believe there's anything you guys currently have actively on your docket, save for find where Daeris' child is. So is there anything you guys want to do? You have several, you found some things that you could investigate. You have a few more things that you could start looking into. You could use the mirror to talk to people. You guys have, oh, go ahead, Jess.
I'm gonna say this, despite the fact that I want to make the joke immediately. The changelings should be detoxed if we have questions for them.
It should be, yes.
Trying to think of what else I know off the top of my head. We haven't checked in with Swaro in a while.
Oh
Also
yeah,
true.
we should definitely see if there's any updates on the family and if we're still gonna be hunted for sport.
Did they like us yet?
Do you like us? Do you like us?
Do you like us? Yes or no?
How about we check on the changelings and then check in on Swaro, because like the family business is kind of entangled with a couple other people. So if we get that squared away, then for example, oh, we should check on our doctor friend after this. With that mysterious thing in the
Still
cave.
living in a cave on the mountains.
One day they'll remember me.
Oh, we'll go there right now. What else are we doing?
A lot.
Don't
We're
worry
doing a
about
lot.
it.
Shay we can check in with on the mirror.
Yeah, but I meant like go actually over there after we
Yeah.
follow some of these threads.
I would recommend we send a message to Swaro before we use the mirror to talk to them.
Nah, I think we should just open the
I'm sure he
gates.
would be fine with this. He seems like a nice guy.
Really? The guy who's in charge of essentially the mafia?
Yeah.
Would a guy bearing his
My-
midriff fly to me?
Who might be in a confidential meeting with someone else from the family who will get you in even more trouble.
We'll close our eyes.
Will like us even less.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we
Um,
should send a message ahead of time.
Someone here should still call their parents. Someone. Someone. There are multiple someones here who should call their parents.
I called mine, so I know that you're not looking at me. Points at Cass.
Making dead eye contact at Kaz.
Yeah.
Don't you shake
I'll
your
call
head
your
at us.
parents. You want me to call your parents? I'll talk to them.
No.
Tell them all about what you've been up to.
We can tell him you have a girlfriend.
I don't have a
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Two girlfriends.
Yeah, that's why you have two,
Two.
not one.
You have two
You're so
girlfriends.
Gee, Cass, how come the world lets you have two girlfriends?
I don't have girlfriends. What are you talking about?
Oh, Fitz, you know who you could check up on with this mirror? That cute little Helvin guy.
You catch
You
him
seem
act
so
flirting
nice. He
another
just seemed to
stone
like
heart.
you so nice.
Wait, Kaz, you can also call Vera.
Ah.
I want to leave the room now.
I think we should.
Nope.
I think actually, Cass, I think we should break the mirror. Actually, I think we should put a rock.
Yeah.
Also, guys, we should probably consider food rotations. And some of us learn how to cook.
I can cook some
I-
things.
Make stuff?
I didn't cook back home. My
I did.
wife did.
Can't we just like think of food and it happens?
I mean,
I mean,
probably.
we won't always be in the
You're
car.
leaning far away from your mic constantly. You're not
Make
picking up.
stuff, okay?
Fizzy, I say this with all the love in my heart. Some of us like to eat meat.
I'm also really, no offense, quite wary of what you're cooking in the underground cave stuff.
Just
You are cutting out
Hey,
so
and
much,
Cutting out
Michelle.
I can't
Mute
even
your
hear
mic.
you, dog.
I don't know what's going on.
You
with my
need to
mic.
shove it down
It's
your
because-
throat.
It's because your mic is right here. and
Okay,
you're
is this better?
Yes.
Is this better? Okay.
just hanging out.
You and I work like my mic is to the side, but I talk very loud.
I'm gonna have to like. Don't worry, I have adjustments to make. Whatever. Anyway, I can adjust. The techniques work for anything.
If you were to make dinner right now, what would you make?
I'd have to find stuff to make it with.
If you had everything you needed, what would you make?
I would ask you guys what you'd want.
No. What would you
what
make?
Would you make?
You're giving me too many options. I don't know. I cook with the things I am given. I don't just like make things out of nothing. Like if you want something and you give me the stuff to make it, I can make it. Good at that.
I think that in the cart, I will make my own brain food. I'll think about it. It will appear. I'll eat it. And then we're outside. I'll eat bread.
You know what, Fitz? Outside of the cart, I'm really good at making beans. I'll
I'll
you
eat
some-
bread. I'll eat bread. Bread.
Beans
so
and
good.
toast, don't you know?
Nope. Just bread.
That's. I think
Not
I
even
might also
toasted.
just eat. I think I might also just eat bread.
Just
Need
bread.
a well-balanced diet. Beans are so
Fizzy,
rich in
Fizzy.
protein and
A piece of bread in each hand.
Fizzy just kind of throws her hands up
Balanced.
in the air and walks away from this conversation.
And
It's
there she
like-
goes.
So we're checking on the changelings first.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
I think we kept most of them in a room, except most of them in a room by themselves to quarantine. Kitty.
You're my Houdini.
Hi, Hoods.
Me putting a cat directly on where I have a mysterious cat scratch. Who could-
I wonder
who
how this
did
happened.
Who could have done this?
I miss cats.
Anyways, who wishes to take a scene first or do something first?
Sorry, I'm
Me
getting
too,
teared
kitty.
up looking at Houdini.
Well, stop looking at her. She's gone.
Well, let's do the changelings first.
Yeah.
Who wants to be present for the changelings, or does Daeris want a thing alone with her spouse first?
I'd rather talk to the group first,
Okay.
just because we might get more information from them as a large group instead of individuals.
Shall we say that that's kind of a team meeting and just assume everyone's there, unless otherwise?
Yeah.
Probably for the
No.
best.
I get the
That makes
the
sense.
approved Bob from.
We can see the boobies bounce.
I just like watching Kaz.
Jill,
What about him?
stop it. Fix the blanket for Houdini and quit staring so intently.
Tickle bitties.
Anyways. Koopa.
Yes.
Collecting the excuse me. Collecting the party as a whole, and then moving your way over to the room that's holding all of the changelings. You'll see that it's basically like a small bunk area of a sort. They're all present here, and they all seem to be in varying states of consciousness. A few of them still seem to be a touch out of it and don't seem like they're fully cognizant in this moment in time. Like perhaps they are still riding the very tail end of their withdrawals, or maybe they are their mental illness was perhaps a touch more aggressive, and now that they are lacking any medication for it, they are kind of slipping back a little bit. But a few of them do still seem to be all there, and are look to be
Lucid.
noting you guys and ready to speak with you. And if I recall correctly, there should be... How many of them? There should be 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 counting Daeris' spouse. 4 if we don't. One of them appears to be a kind of a scrawny looking man. Probably about like 23 if you were to guess their age. Currently in a changeling form. They look to be skinny to the point of near emaciation, but they don't seem unhealthy, I will note. They just seem like someone who is a beanpole of a human being. And they'll speak up and go, where exactly are we? Out of curiosity.
In a cart.
I believe
All right, I gathered.
we're
Not too
outside
far from
of
Hogwarts.
Hourgrack. Yeah, that's the one.
I'm in the north.
Where are you from? Where's-
Not the north.
Where's the last place you remember being?
I live over in Libere. It's very unusual for me to be here.
It's one of the
The-
islands.
Yellow tinted island.
Aha!
That's where my
Okay.
parents live.
And turning
Wait,
to the
that's where you're
group.
from, Fitz?
Not where I'm from, it's where we live.
Isn't that the
It's
same
kinda
thing?
Yeah, turning to the group, Ignatius will ask, so can you explain to them and to me what they are doing in the cart? Because he doesn't know about the
Yeah.
changelings.
I love the idea of Ignatius being like, yes, of course. Now tell me also why you're here.
In fairness to Ignatius, it does look like you have 4 people
Kidnapped.
captive in your cart.
Sorry about it.
How to put this gently. I need to roll to see if Daeris is going to be able to do that. You know how she is.
You got fucked up.
Lucky 20. So yeah, she'll be able to put this gently. Well, as you guys know, most of the medications you take are manufactured by a large company. Until recently, that company was owned by a rather trustworthy individual who did a good job of making sure those drugs were made properly and efficiently. About half a year ago to a year ago, it was bought by a new stakeholder who proceeded to manipulate the formula, and within it included a type of compulsion. What day do you think it is?
To be completely honest with you, I'm not too sure. I don't have a good track of the days. I would say probably the 32nd.
It is the 73rd of spring, 1965.
Oh. All right.
Do you have a family that you live with or friends who would be missing you?
No family, no. Friends, certainly, but no family.
Well, to our knowledge, any changeling who received the medication from this company have undergone the same issue. We recently dealt with the factory and got some authorities involved, but for the moment, any medication that is on the mainstream market until it is fully recalled will be contaminated in the same way.
Oh. Okay. That's not what I wanted. But that's good to hear for an explanation, I suppose.
You can still get the medication, but it will need to be made by local pharmacies. I have the formula. If you can get it to someone trustworthy to make it.
I can see what I can do.
Does he kind of Daeris is just like, can't you like make a little bit?
I can, but I don't have the materials.
Okay, well we can find them, right?
I don't know how hard they are to get, to be quite honest with you. I've only had to make it a handful of times myself.
Try.
We can try. We can ask a supplier in Hargrax, and I can sit down and make a couple weeks worth as much as I can. Some people have it significantly worse, as you can tell by the state of a couple people in here.
Yeah. It also varies quite a bit on how it appears in us. It's a similar baseline that it starts from, but it develops in different ways.
But for now, if you know any other changelings, chances are they're under the same issue. May I ask what you do for a living?
I was a dock worker. It was everything from loading and unloading ships. Periodically, I would assist boatswains and the like. Periodically, skill
Have you-
labor, effectively.
This is gonna sound like a weird question. Are you combat trained?
No, not really. I can certainly I could probably use a pin and smack someone's head in with it. But not particularly strong past that point.
Interesting. Because you did try to kill at least one of us.
Okay, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like he did that on purpose.
Oh, sorry, no.
Tact, woman, tact.
I was doing good so far.
You were doing good so far, I'll give you that.
You have to give me credit where it's due. I'm not good.
That level of compulsory behaviors would suggest that some level of training went in, for even if someone is given instructions on how to use a weapon, if their body is not suited for it, they will fail.
I suppose it depends on how detailed the control is. Because you can give the order, go fight that person, and the compulsed person will probably use the skills that they're more familiar with, or you can tell them exactly what to do.
Only a D20 in this.
I can't speak for anybody else here, but I'm feeling maybe a bit sore, but nothing too serious. Granted, I do quite a bit of physical work.
Well, I think we did knock you around a little bit.
Yeah,
Self-defense.
a little bit.
You know, the compulsion thing.
A little bit.
Couldn't get you to stop any other way.
That's fine, I suppose.
What's the last thing you remember doing?
Going home, taking my medication in the afternoon, and going to bed.
That was probably
Everything
when...
else feels really like a bit of a blur, to be honest with you.
Do you have any memories of this time?
I think so. Nothing detailed, but I have some blurry memories.
If you would, I know this is gonna sound awful. Do you know how to write?
Yes.
If you could write down the accounts of what happened so we can have them. I'll get you some pen and paper. And Daeris will do that if you guys have any other. That one's loud. I apologize. Oh, and it was a nat one. I'm gonna put that die away.
No questions?
Becca's got her thinking face. Give her a minute.
I've tried to think of questions to ask because I feel like we're missing something, but I can't think of anything. 'Cause there's no point in asking where they got their meds from because we know already it would have been linked to this factory.
I would suggest that we try to find out where they've been. Sir, have you traveled much outside of the city that you're from?
Libre? Yes. I'm not native to Ekes. I've traveled quite a bit.
The thing is, as
Even-
well, is I don't think specific changelings were really necessarily targeted, or if they were, it was more of a very wide net because they were getting every changeling they could get their hands on.
Yes. So, if we could discover the path that was taken and the cities that they were most frequently held in, that might give clues as to where others are, as well as what the motive behind this whole thing would be. And some of that might be subconscious, only able to be triggered through names or visuals tied to the places that they were, especially if the memories were fuzzy.
I don't think I have any questions until I know what they do remember.
If anyone is a bit more familiar with the North here, it would be good to describe each of the major cities and see which of them are familiar within the past few months. that hazy period.
Well, the flip side is we don't want to guide the memories. We should see what they know first. We could accidentally, overwrite a memory.
Actually, while standing here, anyone? I hate to ask this question. Do any of you know the last name Reyes?
It sounds vaguely familiar, yes.
Okay. Nothing triggered on that then.
I can't really say I've met anyone named Riaz, but I've heard the name. I know I have. I don't really recall where, but I know I have.
Not to worry.
May I have an intelligence check rolled by you guys?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to, I know what you're trying to go for, Jess. There is another thing you could use to try and get someone to recall details if they were the person who was there.
I have an idea, but I don't want to do this without Kaz's permission.
Duh.
What?
I have an idea, but I don't know if it would necessarily work.
Well, a very good way we could do this would be asking them if they recognized Dawn's form, since they would have taken Dawn's form, or if it feels familiar. Because when a changeling changes into something, it's like putting on a glove, is how I had it explained.
Like a suit.
Well, didn't we figure
You
out
always-
that the one who impersonated Dawn was that one guy who was working for the cleaner or whatever? Because he was acrobatic and very good at this. Who was the guy? I can't remember his name.
have
I know
no
I wrote his
memory.
name down somewhere, but I can't remember his name.
15 on the die plus 4 for a 19.
You could use the symbol that was on the ceiling, not the ceiling, the roof, and see if anybody remembers that. Because if they were the one who went up there, they'd remember that immediately. They had to smash into the middle of it in order to see it,
Oh
to
yeah.
get what was there.
Does someone want to draw that? Because I'm not.
Did Tana ever draw a picture of that?
She would have.
Yeah.
Like everything, and
Yeah.
Kaz has his sketchbook, so
Get the
Yeah,
portfolio.
It's also a fairly straightforward image, to be honest with you. It's a circle with 12 interlocked circles going
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah, but drawing a circle is an art.
It's true.
one that I cannot do.
I don't remember it perfectly, but that symbol definitely looks familiar, to be honest. I don't remember seeing it in any kind of a large form like you guys are describing, but I remember meetings. I remember people talking to me, telling me that we had to do something and we were following orders, but it was me and several other changelings. I remember that.
I don't know if this would work, and I don't want to try it if I don't think it would work. But like, would a greater restoration
If
dehaze the memory?
if something is muddying their memory, I would allow a greater restoration to clear that up. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to use one on him.
Mark off 100 gold diamond dust if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I have 1,000. Remember, we bought a bunch.
Oh, before that goes through fully, what's your name?
Oh.
Again?
Rennie. Renni.
Rennie. I realized we keep saying this guy and we didn't. I didn't catch his name.
I'll mark off one.
It's okay. I'm a stranger to you.
So yeah, I will mark
It's
off one
fine.
of them. I don't know how to adjust the amount, the quantity. Connor, can you do that?
You would edit the item. So
Yeah. So right
Oh, edit
click.
item. Oh, okay.
edit.
I see.
there you go, buddy.
I got it. Okay, so 9, down to 9. Yeah, I will use a greater resto on him. And be like, I want to try something. I think this might work. And she will place, it's okay. She'll be like really gentle and she'll like place her hand on her shoulder. And she'll like take out the little dust thing and she'll like sprinkle it around him. And
Just like
cast
the
greater
salt
restoration.
emote.
Yeah, kind of.
Sprinkle over and then.
As you do so, you watch as the diamond dust kind of collects in a cloud around his head, and there are these bright motes that seem to dance between the actual bits of dust that's now floating around him. And you'll see that it will begin to fade and become more like a powder that is utterly worthless. But in time, you'll see that his expression will turn a little bit more quizzical, and he goes, "Interesting. Okay, I do remember more, quite a bit, to be honest. There's some kind of a meeting, not a meeting house, but a house, like someone's home that we would meet in. It was somewhere to the north. I think it was Hargrack, to be honest with you. That's where we got those instructions. It was me and 3 other changelings. One looked to be a man, bigger, better built than me, to be honest. But limber, like a runner, I think would be the best way of describing them.
I think that's the one that was actually at the Reyes estate and impersonated Dawn. That sounds...
And then there were 2 other women. There was one bit shorter, mussy hair, still shorter cut. The other one had their head shaved, pink-colored hair. I think I saw her here.
Doing. You know what I'm doing. Okay. Were you the only one in the meeting? Was there anyone running the meeting?
Oh yes, there was someone in charge of it. They kept their face covered up, wrapped, to be honest with you. Not like a cloak or like a bandana, like wrapped like bandages. I don't think they were actually injured. I just think they were using it to hide themselves. I can't hear you, buddy. You're not looking at your microphone.
Any idea? I'm looking directly at my microphone. I don't know what you're talking
Now
about.
you are.
This is a problem for me.
Yeah.
Yell.
Yeah,
Scream
I
into
can't
the
yell
heavens.
because I am in a much smaller house than I used to be.
Yeah, you need to deep throat it, Michelle.
As I tell you, it every time we're in a call, deep throat your mic because we can't fucking hear you otherwise.
Yeah.
Anything could be
Oh my god.
anything identifying that can be useful.
Sorry. You know what I mean?
Silver alert. There's an old man that's been abducted. Definitely that symbol. I remember that being there. It was in the back wall of the room we met in. The man, on the other hand, I couldn't say much about him.
Okay.
The other changelings, though, I can tell you, the only one I recognize that's still here is the pink one. I saw her. She's here. The other 2, I don't know.
You don't remember the instructions that the other 2 got?
The other 2, honestly, no. It's, you know, when you're focused on one thing and one thing only, and you're just tunnel visioned on that. I don't remember anything else because I was only supposed to listen to him. I was just supposed to listen to that one man.
Probably
It was-
an effect of the
yes.
compulsion.
This is still helpful information. You said that the symbol was in the room and it was somewhere presumably in Hargrack.
Oh yes, yeah. Man was
Is-
shorter. Definitely some kind of a dwarf, if I was to guess.
Well,
have a-
And
as
Fuck
long
off.
as it isn't the room isn't lined with lead. I should be able to locate it within the city. Might take a little bit of walking around.
We may have already dealt with that person.
Oh,
Well-
wait, are we talking about the person that frog electrified?
Borja Matos.
What, possibly?
Yes, we're talking about the person your ferret electrocuted to death.
Well, then we would have to check his house and make sure that the symbol is there, which we can use
That
the
would be
mirror
pretty easy.
for.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can just use the mirror. We don't have to actually go there. I mean,
Yeah, I have a feeling it was Borjas.
wait. So do we think he's one of the group?
I don't think he's necessarily one of the group. I do think he's involved.
I think we're using the wrong tense for Borja.
Was.
I think we should be saying was. He
Yes.
was a member of this.
After
Because
you
he's
used frog to
most
turn him into a sugar
certainly-
bob.
He's certainly dead. Just gone.
Yes, I know. We all walked past his corpse.
Yeah.
Didn't even have anything on him. At least.
I will say there was something else. I was told to do something. I was told to act as a bodyguard for a time.
To who?
Well, not really a who, it was a what. I was told to make sure that a package got to coastal town. Well, coastal town near a mountain. I don't remember the name of it.
Coastal town near a mountain. Hold on.
What's that one? No.
No,
was the
it's
fuck-
not near mountains.
Pisagio
McGren-
is what I was thinking of. But I guess that's a little
No,
bit too
not
far from.
Seggio. That one's just a plain old coastal city.
Raw? No.
Yeah,
Is
guess
it pronounced Calzara? Kelzara? I don't know how to pronounce
Or Leofblio?
Is it in the north or south, Connor?
Oh, it was north, definitely.
Thank you.
Coastal town near a mountain?
I mean, McGren is. I don't know if McGren's a coastal town, but
I think I'm saying it wrong. Give a map.
Right here.
yeah.
I think it was this one here.
Then
Mountain Town.
Vientito?
Oh,
Vientito.
sorry. Sorry.
We haven't been there yet.
Haven't
We've
we?
only ever driven past it.
We've
No.
been there, haven't we?
Haven't we?
No,
Maybe.
so Vientito was a place where you guys basically went through it. You used the train because you were trying to go from
I thought
Orpheus to
something else
Belric.
had mentioned Vientito before.
That was,
yes.
I think, one of the places that
The boxes that-
Hadrian's family had built something at.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing in character. Granny wouldn't think about that. She hasn't made that connection. She doesn't have the metadata.
The metadata loaded into her brain.
I
Run
no
the
longer
numbers.
have it as well, even though Tana was really putting down the connection.
Well, the good news here is I don't think anyone here is the one that framed your uncle, Kaz.
You're right. I probably knocked their ass though.
I know.
Really shouldn't eat during suspect interrogation. It's a little rude.
Sitting on a dresser, like,
Yeah, Kaz is slob squatting on a dresser eating a loaf of bread.
Sorry, you're fine. It was just really funny.
In real life, I'm eating a cream puff. I'm really
You're
Oh,
fine. You're
that
fine.
sounds
You're
so
fine.
Cream puffs.
That sounds really good though.
Mm.
It's just like, "Oh, it's really great. I don't have to kill him.
oh, you're fucking college guy.
I think I hear a ice scraper.
Hmm.
At least the road will be clear.
If you can
Yeah.
get out.
I can't.
So you can
Just
look
bang
out
on the
your
door.
window of your imprisonment and see cars and people passing by.
Tie a shovel to a rope, open your window a little bit, take the shovel, lower it down,
That'll work.
wiggle it around in front of the door, knock enough snow out, boom, bam, perfect.
My window's not close enough to the door to do that.
Fuck.
Also,
Breaking someone up.
we already discussed I don't know how to open my windows.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just hot water in a bucket could possibly do it better, but
I can't open the door enough to do that.
never mind. You're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How far does it open? Like an inch?
Slam your entire body weight against the door.
I did.
Break it up.
Open it
That's how I
enough
got-
to get an arm out, and then pour hot water.
If I could
You
get an
could-
arm
you
out,
could get,
there's
like,
a shovel at the door.
You could like microwave a water bottle and just.
You,
And then
you
burn your
guys-
hand.
For listening context, Jess is currently basically blocked into her
Not basically.
living quarters
be-
due to the recent storm. They can't
Yeah, I
get
live
There-
out.
Yeah.
There's
I
huge
live
snow
somewhere where there's
piles
a
at
blizzard.
every exit to her building.
because
And all
of
3 doors open
Yeah.
outward, so I can't get out.
not being able to fully get out there and deal with it just means all these suggestions I've tried would probably leave ice covering the snow and make it more difficult for people to get.
Yeah, because it's like
neither
20
here nor
outside.
there.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be in the. It's supposed to hit
Not
the
a big
negatives
deal.
tonight.
Yep. Anyways, any other questions you need to ask Rennie?
Hmm.
I think Rennie's at the current max of what we can know.
I think that Fitz, seeing that the conversation is coming to an end, is like, finally, my time. Do you know my dad? His name is Faulkner. He lives in the. Faulkner Dubois. He's kind of, big, tall guy. He's broken nose, looking scars and shit.
I
He
can't
lives-
say
Oh, man.
I can't say I
Yep.
recognize him immediately.
He's just really cool, and he lives there also, so I thought maybe you might know him. He's just kind of an adventure guy.
I know
It's really
I bumped into an armless farmer a few times.
That's my brother! His name's
Ah.
Adrian Dubois. Sweet guy, sweet guy.
Yes,
Bit of a,
bit
bit of a...
quiet.
Yeah, he's been through quite a lot.
Yeah, a lot of folks who serve in wars tend to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I
you end
bumped
up
into-
probably meeting my dad, because I could... If it comes down to it, I can send you to the mirror and you can meet my dad. He's really cool! It'll just get you back to the bringing on, it's the whole thing. But anyway, bye!
Oh yeah, I forgot. We could just send them home through the mirror.
Oh,
I
You
was-
just cram them into a mirror and they'll go. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
simple as
I
that.
did have another question.
Yes.
This item that you're supposed to escort, did you
Yes.
do it by train, cart, or boat?
Cart. Did it by cart. It was a box.
Did you follow the main roads?
Yes. It was me and a small a group of dwarves, I believe.
Why did you guys go by cart and not by train if there's a track that way?
Well, I don't know. I was told to take it by cart.
Specifically by cart, no other way?
Yes.
Is this
Uh,
similar to the brain image that one time from the That's
It-
the Raven vision of the future?
it certainly does have a slight familiarity to you from the potion of portent that you drank.
Mm, Did you arrive at your destination during the night, or when it was otherwise difficult for the average person to see?
Yes, it was nighttime.
Did you stay at any lodgings along the way?
Lodgings, no. It was camping, effectively. Anytime we needed to stop, we would pull off of the road, head into the wilderness a few miles, and post up there.
Did you do the same thing if people passed you on the road?
Depends. If it was just another stranger, then we wouldn't care all that much. But if we had an inkling that maybe it was a guard or an officer, you know, some form of local police, then we would absolutely try to make our way to the wild.
When you camped, did you try to scavenge as much as you could from the area for your camping, or did you use equipment that was brought along, such as tents and even firewood?
Well, I don't remember starting any fires, to be honest with you. If possible, there were rations, maybe.
If we knew some of these campsites, then any bit that was left behind, even a shred of clothing, could potentially be used for a scrying spell on someone who is present there.
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Still, if I think of anything else that's important, I'll let you know. Definitely. All right. So, any other questions you have for Rennie? Okay. Yes.
The one guy at the place, I know that is really helpful. This is me. This is not Fitz. The fire guy. Does that the guy?
Are you referring to one of the proprietors of Ash and Thorn?
Are you referring
Reuben Stomper?
the guy with the green flames?
Yes.
Yeah, Reuben Stomper. Okay.
The
They
cloaked
were
man.
green. Okay.
It was green. Yeah,
okay.
they were bright green flames.
Now I've got my information. I'm going back into the mines.
Yeah.
One more question.
Yes.
A man wreathed in green flame. Do you have any memories of that?
Periodically, I would see them at that inn that I believe I fought you guys at. Periodically.
Okay. Periodically.
He and some dwarf were talking quite a bit. It seemed like they were trying to come to an agreement, or the dwarf was trying to sway him. Maybe I don't know how else to phrase it.
It's gonna be awful hard to sway him now. What with the whole being dead thing? Okay, that's all I got.
Well, thank you, all of you. Thank you for helping me.
I'll have the meta knowledge to ask my other question. So.
Okay.
I was gonna ask something, but I can't remember now.
Becca,
I
brain
lost it.
So that's Rennie. That's what Rennie knows. Two of the others.
Oh,
the
that's what I
other
was-
three aren't.
Sorry. You said he was a beanpole, and he also said he was a dock worker. Does he actually look like he could lift crates?
Yeah, he looks like he definitely could lift crates. He's scrawny strong. He's the
Okay.
it's the kind of like, it's wiry and mostly muscle, and there's just not a lot of fat on the guy.
Okay. Because I just that thought crossed my mind, and I was like, is he lying about being a dock worker?
I had that same thought, and I was like, could I run an insight?
So the only other
You
one.
lied to me.
Could
Sorry,
I run an insight on this
Yes,
guy?
Jess.
Let Michelle do her insight check.
Yep. Do your insight. What are you saying, Jess?
The only other person cognizant right now is Bren, correct?
Yeah, Brennan's the only one who's really still there.
I did also want to ask a clarifying question, but you can complete the insight check.
It is 20.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no lying there.
So you said there were four changelings, including yourself, and one of
Yes.
them was shorter. How shorter? Like compared
5'5", I believe.
5'5".
That'd be my guess.
Still a medium size.
Yes.
So like perfectly average, actually. So like like an average height.
No, it's pretty short.
No, I think
Fuck
I
you,
agree. I
first
think
of
it's an
all.
average height.
Like,
Thinking about it.
Oh no,
Like-
sorry, that was Daeris in character saying that.
that's short for the group and technically short for average, like, global height. But
Jill,
Nuh-uh.
Jill, I'm 5'6".
Me
I'm in
too.
the same boat.
I don't know what it's
Me
like being
three.
short.
Shut up.
Three
nerd.
of us are 5'6". We compared height the first time we ever met. I remember.
It was really funny.
Uh, So- any other things you guys wish to do?
I think we're done talking to Lenny.
You guys leave Rennie and the other changelings to their bunk.
Brenn's in my room, so
Yes, Bren is in your room.
Well-
Go.
do we want to investigate or talk to them first, or do we want to call Swero first? Someone else
I
have
sort of
input?
I sort of assumed you would want to talk to your spouse alone.
I do, but
I also will assume that.
Yeah.
I do,
as-
but we also have questions that, as a group, is probably best to ask.
But I also assumed that you would ask those questions and then give us the information.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know? Your spouse just comes back from a nightmare vacation
What if they don't?
and
What if they don't like me anymore?
do you like me, yes or no?
Go in there and fuck your spouse. I swear to God.
No. Get in there.
I'm not playing this out.
Do you know ERP?
No.
We are not ERPing live on
No.
Twitch or ever.
Sorry, I don't want to ERP with Connor.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be weird.
It would be
We're
really
going to
weird.
Final Fantasy right now to ERP. Be right back.
If I wanted to ERP, I'd go to Pearl Lane. Alright?
Early.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
or you just go to the quicksand.
Yeah, we'll just go to Olda on Balmung if we really want to.
Well, fun fact, before we get back into things, while the quicksand is like the den of despair and you
right.
know, Pearl Lane, otherwise known to me as Blowjob Alley,
Yeah.
you can go there at any time and
Oh my
find
God.
all the naked cackerels you want.
That's where
And
the
they're just
ERP
waiting.
hookers are at.
Yeah, man. It's great over there. I have to walk through sometimes to get to the market board.
We'll
Nightmare.
ERP. Yeah. We'll ERP for Gil.
I will. I'm very
I was like, wait, that could actually
Hear
be
me
pretty
out.
lucrative.
Because you have a friend very wealthy in game. You have two friends who are very
We haven't
wealthy
had
in
to resort to that yet.
I did last night. We'll talk about that later.
Like,
Well, you're
Connor
our
is
favorite
like
Gil.
dissociating in the corner.
That's me in the corner.
Alright, then I will go talk to Celebrenn. You guys call Swero and get an update on that situation.
Right. Anyone got a sending spell?
Yeah,
The only person
Louise
who said away.
Looks back
Before
at
Rose walks away,
Daeris.
she hears that. She turns back around and goes, 1 second. And I'll use the rush incant. And send Swero a message that says, are you somewhere where you could talk face to face without being in person?
I'm assuming you're referring to some kind of a spell. Yes, I am.
They're good to go.
Sweet.
And Daeris will turn back around and back to her room now. Away from the mirror that she does not trust herself near.
We use our big iPhone to FaceTime Sparrow.
First and foremost, Jess.
Yeah.
Daeris makes their way back into their room to go speak with Bren for a bit, and you will see that they are kind of sitting on the bed, kind of tenting their fingers a little bit as they're thinking, and they are going to look up and go, "Great to see you again. I'm sorry about attacking you."
Oh, sweetie. There are so many worse things you could have done.
Yes.
We need to have a very long conversation. I'm going to start with this, so that way you don't panic if someone says it later. I did die at one point.
Oh. Okay.
Not during our fight. I've just died recently, and I don't want you to panic if someone
Okay.
mentions that, because, like, we've been kind of making jokes about it instead of coping with it healthily.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's okay.
And before we continue this conversation, I need to get rid of something that's in this room. Did you see a cat in here?
Yeah, it's under the bed. I thought that was yours.
Luce, get the fuck out of here!
No, fuck you.
And Daeris will crawl under the bed and pull him out by his tail. This is what I got for dying. This belongs to a demon. Don't let it bite you. I don't know what diseases it has. And Daeris will walk to the door and throw him into the room out. Into the, like, main room area.
Why does
You
it
all
smell
are
like
looking.
beans in here?
You all are trying to speak to Swear at the mirror, and you'll see Luce kind of like trundles his way over to the doorway and sits down and goes, "I got kicked out."
You probably don't want to go back in there for a little while.
Sort of a reuniting of spouses. thing.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know you like to bother Daeris, but I would just stay out of the room for the next 4 hours. Do you think that's enough time?
That's like feels right. 4 hours.
Fucking stamina, Jesus Christ!
It's just a really big stretch, just in case.
What
You
does
get the
Granny
talking, and then
Huh? What?
Oh my
do? Granny do?
What does I
Oh,
do?
what kind of shit was Granny getting? Just 4 hours should be enough, right?
I mean, I know when
Granny
I
smoking a
like
cigar.
someone, whew, night seemed to melt away.
Granny's a master of tantric sex, apparently.
I believe it.
She was
Ah!
all I know is she was a party girl. Party all night long, baby.
With Luce successfully out of the room, and Daeris will just go to the little wash bin that's in the room and wash her hands quickly.
Smart.
I would avoid talking to it if you could.
Yeah, it seems a little odd.
It
Stinks.
You can, yeah, it can die, and it does leave its body behind.
Ugh.
Yeah, a lot's happened.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I don't know where where our child is.
Neither do I.
There's a lot I don't remember. There's a lot that just isn't there.
What day do you think it is?
I couldn't tell you.
It
I
is the
couldn't begin.
73rd of spring, 1965. In about 7 months, Brent.
Okay. Okay.
We are on the mainland, not far from Hograx.
Okay.
I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now. Like I said, a lot has happened. We're safe. I know this place looks like our room back home. Um, this place can manipulate itself to fit the user's needs.
Okay. Is there any way that you all can make me remember what's happened?
Hold on. Daeris will go to the door and go, Daisy!
Don't think she has the spell slot for
I
it
don't,
again.
but I'm gonna trot over.
How long is it going to be before you can cast Greater Restoration again?
I just need to go to sleep.
So like in 8 hours, hun.
Go to sleep now and do it. If that'll make you feel better.
You would.
Okay.
Good.
I'm busy. He's gonna
What?
go to sleep. Wake
Okay.
me up if anything happens, I guess. But Fizzy's gonna go to sleep.
So 8 to 10 hours from now, depending on what kind of bullshit happens, Fizzy will be able to cast a spell, Greater Restoration, and at least uncloud some of what happened.
Okay. All right. I'll wait.
I do know a way we could see her, but I don't trust myself to do so. It's the only reason I found you. And I had to run from it to make sure I didn't go in alone.
We'll get it back. It's fine. We'll get her back.
I'm going to burn down everyone between us and her.
That's fine. Kill whoever made me do this. I don't know why. I don't know why I did this. Kill them. Just
It
reduce them to nothing.
We've already started that. So what happened was the factory that we were buying your medication from got bought by someone who knows how to make compulsion on a mass scale using the medicines. You and pretty much every other changeling in Ekes who took the medication. You're not the only one we have here. We've got 4 others in another room that are bunking together right now. You all just came out of the detox.
So we were the most convenient target for them.
Easy to hit a vulnerable population who needs something. The facility has already been dealt with. It's part of the reason we were able to find you guys. We did kill a lot of people there. Unfortunately, the one that we need to kill, or want to kill, I should say, we can't. Has information. Trying to get them from the police has been a nightmare. Did you know the Queen of Ekes died? In the north.
What?
Yeah, and then we revived her and put her in a robot body.
The queen is dead. Long live the queen, I suppose. That's a lot to come back to.
Um, Stonehearts are dying in mass. There's someone out there serial killing them.
Okay. That could be a very good story to write about, but still, okay.
I mean, we're trying to figure that out. I'm gonna tell you another thing that's happening, so hopefully it can help. But I'm gonna start with trying to. How much do you remember without having your memory cleared up some about this symbol? And she'll show him the 12 rings.
I've definitely seen it. It's shown up somewhere, and I've seen it somewhere. I know I have.
Okay. What do you know about vampires?
Decent enough amount.
Now, I want you to imagine all vampires coming from one vampire.
Okay.
Now, I want you to imagine that one vampire is pretty much impossible to kill, so they split up his body parts into a lot of lead-lined boxes and hid him across all of Ekes, and now somebody is trying to assemble all the pieces. And we have one of the pieces.
You know, I
It's like
typically settle for jigsaw puzzles.
Some people like a challenge. That's what they were using the changelings for. Along with
A perfect army that can operate discreetly and go where they need to.
yeah.
That makes sense.
You guys are pretty much the first group we've run into since we figured out what was causing it. And authorities are aware of the factory's problems now, so unfortunately supply is going to dry up on the medicines on a mass scale, but they won't be contaminated anymore.
It's not good, but it's not bad.
Currently working on trying to make some for you and the other changelings who are in here. But I was never gifted at making that. It's been a lot, Bren. It's been a lot. I mean, you can see the fucking board behind me. And Daeris' massive string board with all of the clues and notes and other things pinned to it. I guess I can take down some of it now. Or is more work to be done?
Bryn is going to cup your face and pull you in for a kiss.
Daeris will gladly take the comfort.
The rest of the party. Fade to black. The rest of the party.
Yeah. We don't need to act out what's
Yo,
happening.
fucking! Who said that?
Oh, little
It's session
kitty.
69. We have to do what's necessary.
I didn't even realize.
The fucking ended up in session 69.
Connor, that's what we talked about. That's why I asked if Daeris disappeared for half a session to fuck the spouse.
Oh, god damn it.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
I will say this, the person who encouraged it the most is the one who's giggling with me. Jolly was really
Yeah, I
amused
figured.
by it.
So, the rest of the party, minus Fizzy, who might be going to sleep. Maybe we'll see. Fizzy's in the air. We'll play you by ear.
Get down from there, Fizzy!
A long,
He's in the air.
a long rest can also include 2 hours of being awake, just not doing anything.
It's
Yeah,
true. It's
basically,
like,
Fizzy can be in the
you can
conversation if
participate
she
in that.
wants.
That's fine.
Fizzy's like on a couch, kind of like this.
Lounging.
Like, yeah,
Um,
like paying attention, but also like kind of half there.
Mm-hmm.
the other 5 of you have collected in the room holding the mirror, and you are going to try to reach out to Suero, correct?
Yep. FaceTiming Sparrow.
There you will see the dark-skinned man. He is currently wearing like a long, like an overcoat of a sort, and plainer clothing. Almost something like that would almost resemble something like formal wear. He looks at you all and says, "All right. I cannot say I understand how you've done this, but still, that makes this easier." So, what is it? You've managed to reach out to me, which is impressive.
Aw, thanks. uh, well, I guess we were. The main reason was checking in on that whole do you still want to hunt us for sport kind of thing? Like, have we proven our innocence?
I have very little reason to be hunting you down anymore.
Yes, but what about your
But
father?
with that said, my father is going to request a meeting with you all.
Ugh, when?
Earliest convenience. But
Where?
his earliest convenience. We'll find you. Don't worry.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not scary at all.
I'm not even intimidated a little bit by that.
There's much to be discussed about this situation. Things have changed on my side as well. At least a little bit.
I noticed the new fit.
Yes.
Looking pretty spiffy. What for?
Occasionally I need to be a bit more subdued in my appearance. Additionally, I have my own individual attempting to find me and hunt me down, it appears.
Wouldn't be a man in a maroon cloak, would it?
No.
Ah.
Nothing of the sort.
You wouldn't happen to know a
folk.
man in a maroon cloak with green fire, would you?
No.
Okay.
Can't say I do. No, it's a man in it's a hyena folk. Man, it looks like. Almost just like a preacher. Cleric, maybe.
Hyena folk.
Yes. I think it's just bad luck that may have to do with my weapon. Long story, long explanation. It wants to kill me because of my weaponry on me.
Okay.
I will deal with it. I'm not too bothered. But we will be meeting you all at some point. I will not give you a time. I will not give you a place. It will happen. Be assured. I can also only assume that you had something to do with the recent events in Hargrak, if I was to guess.
Depends on the events you're talking about.
The recent deaths, damage of a elevator, man arrested after going into one of the districts for the deceased. Yes, I assume that was you all.
At least 2 of that.
That explains why you're moving around the city so much.
Yes, well, we were conversing about your situation. We had overheard about some of that occurring. Hargrak is a large city, but not small enough. Still managed to overhear that whole sort. Wish we had known about the inn. Possibly could have assisted you with that.
Why would we have assumed you would have assisted us with that?
Never mind.
No, go on.
Just say things and then not
You can't
explain
just
them.
be like, "Oh, we would have helped you at the end," and then not explain.
The proprietor of that inn, we were vaguely aware of their presence and their status. We hadn't had them under our thumb, so in all honesty, killing them would have been quite a boon for us. So you did us a favor. Thank you.
Put that in the books.
No.
Worth a shot.
You can thank this little guy for that. He did it.
The fact that a man like Borja was killed by a ferret is beyond embarrassing for him.
Very strong ferret, to be fair.
Still a
Very
ferret.
strong-willed.
Still a ferret.
I can't wait when everyone's taken into custody for Frog to be the one that is granted clemency and allowed to walk.
Ferret! He's just a boy! Please! He's a minor, actually. Neurodivergent and a minor.
Familiars are counted as possessions of the caster that summoned them.
He's my sweet son. He is not a
Yes.
possession. He's my sweet boy.
Well, it means that his actions are what you are. You are responsible for his actions.
Hey now,
Much like
he's his own man.
much like a dog attacking a toddler. That dog is the responsibility of its owner.
Toddler should have backed off.
In
Okay.
fairness,
Okay.
in fairness, Frog cannot cast spells unless you will it. He's casting your magic through him.
What?
This does mean if we were to get convicted of murder, Fitz would be the one who would be in trouble for it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they
Simply turn Frog into not a ferret. Prove it. His name's Frog. Why would he be a ferret? Stupid. I've got backup plans on backup plans. Okay?
So, aside from that, is there anything else that needs to be discussed?
There's just a slight warning that our names are going to be a lot more known soon due to something coming out that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
But I think it's in a good way, I think. But
Granny kind of leans down to Fitz and is like, "I know we are treating him friendly, but I do need to remind you he's not our friend."
it's nice enough.
I know he's
I mean,
not.
It's not going to kill us.
Right now.
It's
He could
a
kill us
list of
later.
people. I have two lists, friends and enemy, and enemy is the one where they want to kill us, and friends is people who don't want to kill us. There's no middle ground.
I have many friends who want to kill me. In fairness,
Are you sure they're friends?
at these, yes.
Okay.
Why does
You
No, that's
family live interesting lives. That's for sure.
No, I do have to concur with him. My parents were originally supposed to kill each other when they met.
Hot.
Well, she took a finger, he took part of her ear, but they came to a mutual
And they
understanding.
stole each other's heart. Wow.
I don't know if this is healthy at all. This doesn't seem like a good emotional situation to be in.
No.
I think it's too much.
Well, with all that said, I suppose I'll be seeing you soon.
No, I won't say. I was gonna have her jokingly flirt and be like, "Show us your midriff next time," but that's a little too cradle robbing for me. She only teases people like that when another person in her party's crushing on them.
And Suero, you guys will end the conversation with Suero. That. Are there any other conversation scenes you guys want to do?
Someone needs to talk to her parents.
Someone needs to talk to her parents.
Why do I have to talk to my parents?
Because you wanted to talk to your parents. I don't forget things. I remember things.
Fine, I'll go talk to my parents.
It'll be fun
No, it won't.
for us.
It's not fun if Tana died for it.
That's true, but also you got a girlfriend.
I don't got a girlfriend.
2 girlfriends.
No.
2 girlfriends.
Gee, Kaz, why'd your moms let you have 2 girlfriends?
I'm gonna die here. Anyway, I don't know what time of day it is right now. Hopefully, it's a reasonable time for them to.
It's like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Actually, at this point, it'd probably be about 8, but still, it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Okay, then I go talk to my. Well, I don't want to bring the bad news to my air genasi mom because I know she's the more loud one, and I feel like she'll be more devastated if she heard it. So I'm gonna go talk to my fire genasi mom.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's Yarrow, if I remember
Yeah, it's
right?
Yarrow.
Okay,
It's Yarrow.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was remembering the name properly.
That's fine.
So, using the where did I put you actually? I know I put it somewhere. I'll find it. Fuck it, I don't care. Using the Mirror of Omniscience, you will attempt to speak to Yarrow, and you will see the face of your mother, or one of your mothers, I should say, as she appears on the mirror itself, and she will look surprised at first as something has appeared out of thin air, and then she will recognize you standing there and go, "Daughter."
Yeah. Yeah. I should have warned you about this. I think we got too used to this device, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's fine. I'm just happy to see you again.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to see you're doing well. Nice hat.
Yeah. It's a nice hat. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Tana passed away.
That's a shame. She was a good sort. I'm very sad to hear that. Are you holding up?
Not great. I don't know. Um, we tried reviving her, but she didn't come back.
Well, I suppose there's only so much to be done about that.
Yeah. There's nothing much that we can do. Whether I don't know if that was her choice or something else came up, but she's gone.
Well, may she find peace.
Yeah. Um, I might be gone a lot longer than I thought, considering Uncle Don's issue. He's actually roped up in something more dangerous than I thought.
Well, your uncle has had his fair share of danger that he's been roped up in before. I care for the man like I would a brother, but he has a tendency to make his own trouble.
Yeah. About the trouble?
Yes.
It would be world ending, actually.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that Dawn is somehow tied to the apocalypse.
He's not even here to defend himself. He's your pretty boy.
He's caused himself a fair share of trouble, in fairness, dear. You don't know him the way I knew him. He has caused himself much trouble. But it's good to hear that you're attempting to see this through. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I should have at least told you this because I know Tana tried to keep it a secret, but since she's not here, I might as well tell you now. Remember the Reyes estate that we stayed a bit in?
Yes, I remember.
Well, I don't know if you heard about the storm that happened while we were staying over there.
Yes.
I hope you won't get mad at me for this, but there was a lightning elemental down in the basement. And let's just say I agreed to what they said and maybe almost died to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame your uncle for this one too.
Oh, okay.
So, you have. Well, you're alive. That's what matters.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner, but I didn't know when to tell you about that.
While truth would always be preferred, there are moments where one really should learn to be quiet. So I can't blame you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Part of being an adult and growing up is learning when you need to speak and when you don't. And the simple fact of the matter is, in that moment, you did not need to tell us. You made the right call.
Yeah, I didn't want you guys to get arrested if you knew about that. So
You must understand, I really am proud of you. You're growing very well, and you are growing out of us. You're becoming more than just the carnival and me and your mother and Dawn. You're becoming different. It's not bad. It's every parent wants to see their child eventually grow and change. It's what has to happen. It's what's supposed to happen. I am very proud of you in that regard.
Ah, thanks, Mama. Well, but there's no other news I can tell you right now. Aside from Tana. But yeah.
If
Ross has a girlfriend.
I don't!
Two girlfriends.
He's got two girlfriends.
Shut up!
They're big and they're buff and they're very pretty.
Very strong.
You are your mother's
Tables.
daughter.
A very lovely household.
Mom, I gotta go. Please.
I know.
Please don't listen to that.
If you happen to be in Girastella, please pop by. The carnival is there.
Okay.
We have
Well-
plans to eventually make our way further to the east. And we may wind up over in Sestagio at some point. But if you happen to have the chance, please drop by. Everyone would appreciate to see you.
Okay.
Be
Well,
well, dear.
bye, Mama.
Bye. And the conversation with your mother will end.
I'm gonna go kill y'all for mentioning that to my mom.
Innocent?
Well,
Fizzy is
someone
asleep and
had
innocent.
to.
Fizzy is asleep and innocent. She does not get to be involved in
Not
this.
you. You weren't involved. But Fitz and Granny on the other hand.
Granny doesn't have her own kids to tease.
Fitz has siblings, so as soon as that call ends, Fitz is sprinting.
Gone.
I need to point out there's no way in hell you can ever outrun Kaz.
I know, but
Yeah.
that's Fitz is trying.
And she could pick any lock.
I
Whole
know
entire
where you
body
live.
weight against the door.
With that said, we're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, and we will proceed past this point later.
Yahoo! Alright, see you in a little bit.
Take me home, country road.
We're back. Hi!
Peanuts.
Shut up about peanuts!
So fucking stupid.
I don't think I will. I don't think I will shut up about my peanuts. Thanks. Trying to silence me.
I can't believe Becca's in favor of censorship.
This is
I
an
will
Orwellian
stand for it.
nightmare. No one will let me talk about my peanuts.
Oh my god.
Or straight up jorking it in the strips club.
Fuck's
No.
sake,
What
dude.
No one on stream's gonna know anything what we're talking about.
It's just a,
We
this is
just came
a
back
fruit
from
of a
break
shit post.
insane.
Eh,
No,
Like
And
more
if
so than
you're-
usual.
one person
And
dead.
it doesn't make as much sense, even if you know the context.
I mean, the context is a half nonsense meme, but anyway.
It's perfect.
God. Anyways, anything you guys need to do right now, out of curiosity?
I sleep.
You are sleeping, of course. Yes.
Can I borrow the blood book?
Of course.
Okay.
There's a sign out sheet on Fitz's door. It's a clipboard. Name, time.
It's the library.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, this is the first time I'll be bleeding onto this book. So I'm actually gonna try to look up anything about greater demons being spliced, or what do you call it? Like cut?
Split.
I don't. Split. Whatever. You get the idea.
Yep, I knew the word that you were going for.
Okay. How much hit points am I gonna do?
Up to you.
It's gonna be a lot. Can I do 60?
Certainly.
It's gonna
Yeah,
heal
you
them
absolutely
anyway.
can.
I will say it'll heal up. There's a lot
It's
of
true.
hit
It will heal up, so it's not the end of the world. But yes, you can absolutely expend that much health.
Okay.
So, as you bleed upon the book, it will collect the blood into a pool and begin to scrawl out upon the pages itself. And you will see that it begins to write out effectively a very large section over multiple pages describing exactly how something of that sort would work. And it reads the following. The sectioning or breaking apart of a demon or a similar creature, such as celestial and other types of outsiders, is an extraordinarily difficult and power-intensive thing to perform. Ordinarily, it would require the actions of another similarly powered outsider to perform such an action. E.g., a pit fiend would require a solar to do something of the sort to him. That, or the actions of an incredibly strong collection of mortals to break them apart. As fiends cannot be truly killed, it is the only way to really kill them, and it puts quotes around kill, in any way that matters. Their minds will be sundered and rendered significantly lesser, typically to the point of animalistic intelligence at their lowest points. They will likely still carry with them a inkling of who they were, possibly a fragment of some personality that they used to carry with them. But provided that they are never put back together, they will not be to the same level of danger. Though once one begins to collect enough of their fragments of themselves, they will likely begin to have a form of individual decisions at that point. They will begin searching out for more pieces of themselves. That was me attempting to dumb it down, because it basically was putting it in like you read a textbook style. I had to make it not sound like a textbook and to sound like me talking to somebody else.
My negative one cannot understand that.
My negative one ass cannot understand this.
Like, Kaz adds 1 more hit point to the book. Can I get the Spark Notes version?
It's continuously adding 1 more hit point. Dumb it down. Dumb it down.
Dumb it
Make
down.
it easier.
Dumb
please.
it down. One more time. Dumb it down.
Mogan, I don't understand this.
Last page finally said, "Big demon make little."
But would
So
it
it
have
says-
any records of what demons have recently been split, or any recollection of that kind of knowledge?
The best example that it would have would probably go back to the horsemen. The horsemen, the 4 horsemen, war, death, pestilence, and famine, initially had a 5th who was their creator. They decided to usurp them, and instead of simply killing their master, because they couldn't, they weakened him so far that they could just keep picking away at him and taking more power from him. Thus, they became stronger than their master because they literally ate their master.
So weird. Who would ever have a part of that horseman inside them? Don't look at the giant. Don't look at the giant eyeball in Saint Mercy's chest. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Well, didn't specify what Ruben would be. Still did specify in terms of if we do collect more, they would be closer to their former self.
Get
Most
a
likely.
list of greater fiends for you to start searching into. Go! Go! Where'd that
I'll-
fucking meta pigeon come from?
Fucking birds.
I guess I'll get a list of greater beings.
Listen, I knew how to help you.
So yeah, it will give you a list of greater fiends, pit fiends, Baylors, stuff like that. Azura would probably be the closest match, although not entirely. Really, greater fiends is very much a blanket term. It is just a way of describing anything that was evil enough and was strong enough at the end of the day.
So in other words, what you're saying is Ruben was very naughty.
Yes. Much more than stealing things naughty, more like probably killing quite a bit.
I mean, we do too. We can't really judge him on that
Yeah.
principle.
It was bad enough to be a threat to other fiends, most likely.
Other
Or
fiends
get-
or other
or get
like
specific
celestials or something.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or gain the specific attention of a celestial.
Mm-hmm.
What is a description of the so-called demon closer to what we were looking for?
The Azura.
Yeah.
So Azura are, hold on, let me find the term. So, they are effectively roughly categorized as fiends or demons who are basically divine accidents is the best way of describing it.
Huh.
Yeah, they are mistakes from the gods. Whether they were their first attempts at mortals or mortality, or their first attempts at a creation, and instead of maintaining a certain amount of respect for the situation and staying devoted to their creator, Azura typically are individuals who rebelled against this and became evil, in the sense that they just wanted to do anything that was against their master, which meant once the real creations came about, mortals, they started wreaking havoc against them.
Looks at Ruben. Looks at the book. I don't know how to. Yes, Ruben. I don't really know how you can go from that to a small monkey, honestly.
This you?
Is this you?
Finding pictures of all of the like super bad demons. I mean, like,
Do
does
you?
this one look like you? Does this one look like you?
I feel like this
You
is
recognize this guy?
since he was starting to learn how to read. I feel like this is like taking a college textbook and sitting down with like your toddler who can read Goodnight Moon, and you go, here you go, let's read
Little
this.
bitch has got to learn some way.
Throw him in the deep end.
Like, yes,
Good
he can
luck.
identify the
Fucko.
letters on the page, maybe, but he doesn't know what's going on.
No, it's not familiar to you, Ruben. No,
He does not appear to recognize it, not currently.
not currently. Okay. Though, but he still has the pull to find more coins.
He may just.
Do I stop him from doing that, or then that would affect our friendship if I do? I don't know what to do with this information. It's not a problem for me right now, but yeah. At least I know.
Time to make a pact with your monkey.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me if that would be a thing. But that's not a problem for me right now, though. Yeah, but that's about it. I can go to sleep the pain now.
Okay. You will head off and go to rest. Let's see.
Sorry.
Those that are occupied.
I just remembered.
Granny.
Well, I don't think I have
Yep.
anything. I can't really think of anything I want to do right now. But I just remembered like another thing we could try to go to next is the island that the dragon wants to go to. Has Fitz told us about that? I can't
assume
remember.
So
I think so. I think you rambled about
Fitz
it.
is
It's
not
not
one
like-
to hide things.
No.
yeah, Fitz is pretty open.
It's like if we're not sure what to do next, we could always
I was gonna make a suggestion. Where are we currently?
outside of
Hardgrack-ish.
Hardgrack, I think.
Just
Right here.
about.
I kind of want to go home.
Okay.
Is he gonna say something that's gonna sound mean? Wait, I'm still not here. Never mind.
Yeah. You're not done.
Also, I'm asleep. I'm saying I thought we were talking about this out of character. if we
Well,
didn't
right now I'm
do that.
talking out of character, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
Just
say,
be-
what good would it do?
She could
No.
see if anyone there has any idea of where the central mind is.
There is
Okay.
also,
Also,
the
she'd see her family.
anomaly
I
that
know she'd see her
kind of
family.
blocks magic there.
I don't want Fizzy to go back and essentially, like, panic herself. That's my main
She's
concern.
not going to.
Okay.
Because she already.
Wait, don't we
She
have
actually.
Go on.
I would say she has more of an answer now. Like she actually knows what it is, as opposed to not knowing what it is before. So she wouldn't. Like. She needs to discuss options, and that she could do it through the mirror, but also like. Mirror is only so far. Either that, or like maybe seek out siblings that are on surface. But I don't even know where to start with that. I guess I could do mirror with that, technically.
I forgot we had a quest log.
We do.
You do.
Yeah, let me see about finding my siblings on surface. I think.
Is there any in particular you're looking for?
Me has to go back to my doc because I know. There's one that rhymes with fizzy. There's Mizzy, which is I think the one that's missing. A moment. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. I went to my Gmail. That's not where I meant to go. I meant to go to my docs.
Michelle is currently looking at the documentation. While I'm gonna let you do that for a second, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Make
Yeah.
me aware.
Fitz, is there anything you wish to do?
I don't know.
Item identification.
Item identification. I want to touch the thing that I said I was going to touch.
This
I
is
have the
me,
memory
the
of a field
reminder.
mouse.
Do it!
I don't
I
wanna
have
do
the
it.
memory of a field mouse.
Stupid field mouse.
No.
Field mouse with keen mind.
Field mouse would keep in mind.
But
Which
keep in mind this, so
means
you don't have to.
I don't remember things.
But
Fitz
Connor-
does, which means Connor remembers things and tells me to remember.
Why is this my job?
'Cause
Then
that's
I
what you
go,
do
I
as
go,
a
Wow,
kid.
I gotta remember
Yeah.
things.
Also,
Keep
please know I found this meme on Twitter, right?
Oh no.
And it looks like that, right? That's what it looks like.
hmm
I'm thinking about Ruben. That's what he looks like to me. I cannot make it more clear.
Please know that's not what I thought you were gonna put in.
That's what Ruben looks like.
Well, you got it. You nailed it. You absolutely fucking nailed it. Like if you just scroll down the chat on the stream a little bit more, they'll be able to see. And there we go.
It's Whoopin.
It's
It's a
Whoopin.
photograph of Whoopin.
That's what Ruben looks like after Kaz gives him a little kiss on the head.
That's why the lipstick's purple. Because
You
it's
like
Kaz. Yeah. She just gives him a little kiss.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
And
die.
it really stands out because he is white.
To be fair,
But yeah,
I don't think we can stain that monkey's fur more than we already have.
I touch.
Gotcha.
Is that the sign for touching something?
I touch it.
As you were heading over to pick up the canister that holds the blade that you can see in there, you recall that there was it was locked, it was closed, and it had to be
Mhm.
opened using a certain passphrase. It appears to be open now.
I need a list of every word that everyone has said since we got this thing.
I cannot possibly provide that.
I need every word.
You
Which word
might-
was it?
You might actually know that because of Keen Mind, but it would be a lot of words and Connor's not typing it out, I can
I'm
tell
not
you.
doing
You would
that.
do a BBC
Read
Sherlock
everywhere.
thing of like,
My
I just
mind
rewatched
palace.
the BBC Sherlock Sucks and Here's Why video. I'm sorry.
It's bad. I was trying to think of maybe like a word that would have stood out that we like don't say often. I don't like anyway, I don't know. I'll take this as a gift and touch the knife.
Excellent. You can see
Michelle's
the
mom.
Random person in the background.
Hi, Michelle's
Madre!
mom.
Don't worry, she's not on stream, but hi!
Measuring in the background.
Don't worry, the stream can't see her. Your
Michelle's
webcam
mother.
is
I'm
like
so
the entire like left side square.
Alright, that's funny.
Incredible.
Entire mom
I
saw me
love it.
waving.
Yeah.
What a
That's
delight.
why my door is just out of frame with my webcam.
It was right
So,
there.
looking at the dagger, actually, roll investigation.
Okay, hold on.
I thought it was Arcana.
Investigations for identifying it. When you do identify, it's investigation plus 10 because it means you get more information.
23.
So it's not Arcana that you use to identify?
No, it's investigation.
How have I not noticed this?
I don't know. I could not tell you.
Man, I should have been identifying more stuff. I have a plus 10. Well, I think
Yeah.
it's more than 10 now. I think it's 11.
I have a +8.
Actually, I have a plus 12.
So that one, considering your invocation, is treated as a 23. This appears to be a +2 dagger. It is made of bone, definitely, but there's definitely some magic that's been imbued into it to make it have some additional effects. The most notable one that you can see is that this is what would be in the enchanting community referred to as a keen blade. It will critical hit on 19s and 20s.
Hey yo.
Oh, Kaz!
Oh,
God.
guys, you don't want to keep using that
Yeah.
dinky old silvered steak, do you?
How this gonna end up with like 5 magic weapons, and they're all very good at dabbing.
As she should. Oh.
He's broke.
What's a point to it?
I mean,
That
if you crit, your sneak attack is doubled.
You are by and far the, like, what's the word? not to objectively the best person to have this dagger.
Yeah. Technically, Ignatius could also use it because crit means double smite damage.
Yeah, he could,
But
but
he is not a dagger
But-
user.
We all,
Yeah, exactly.
we all. I'm gonna not to be a mean person. We also don't know
Yeah.
Iggy that well. Like, not to be mean.
yeah, but yeah. Also, Iggy is sort of like a
He is a
big
stranger
paladin
friend.
in armor. It's really
Yeah,
funny to
but-
have like a dagger there.
In fairness, that image is kind
I'm
of
gonna get you.
great.
Let me get you.
That is actually kind of an amazing image.
It's
Well,
very
actually,
The only other
it-
person I could see
instead of
maybe
like-
getting it is Daeris, because I think that would double your poison, right? If you put poison on it, and you crit.
And roll a 19.
Anna,
Weren't we rolling that the poison damage Daeris was doing was doubling on crits?
it doubles because of my normal ability.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking
think-
of.
I
So
think
Yes.
technically,
So no.
technically, if I made double the poison on a crit on top of my already double, it would be 4 times the damage.
Maybe we don't do that to Connor.
I
That
don't
seems
think
really
Connor will-
scary.
I don't think Connor will let me
I don't
do
think
that.
I don't think
I
he'll
don't-
allow that.
I don't think I can, because that would be really
That'd-
busted.
That'd be busted as shit.
That'd be scary busted, I need
Yeah.
to say. 'cause,
Daeris
like,
gets
with
like
that-
one hit on a guy, rolls a 19, and this man just turns into liquid.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
like,
there's
the
the
potential-
problem.
Eyes.
Darius needs to hit.
Oh,
Oh,
come on,
man.
dude.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
No, get back here! Get back here! Get back
Okay.
here!
Hey, still in there?
All right.
That's your bad.
Just think about your actions.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That was
This is-
mean.
This is the funniest bit you could have done. Hi.
A bar
The bed
crosswise
is
like
on the
Windows
webcam.
protection program.
So you are
This is-
still on stream.
This is a shot from a short film.
Really, really tiny. Bluetooth
Just
headphones.
take the
Get back.
mic with you and
Yeah.
play back there.
Yes. So it is true. This would be amazing for Daeris, but
Broken.
I would humbly request, please don't. Just because the potential abuse there is
Yeah.
significantly worse than the potential abuse from someone like Kaz.
Thank you all for
Because-
thinking that bit was funny, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, but like it's just the kind of damage that we could see from like poison plus the double plus crit. Fuck no, I'm sorry.
Especially
Yeah.
some of the poisons I've had in the
Yeah,
past.
I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You could
So-
literally
I
you
did
could,
164 damage in one turn before. Imagine.
they could do
Yeah.
more than that.
Well, imagine if you multi-class into 3 levels into Rogue with the Assassin subclass. So, if you hit
It was
a
always
creature that
maximized.
hasn't gone yet in combat, it's an automatic crit.
I won't do that to you, Connor.
Please don't. Please don't.
Okay.
That is
It's
the
just
key.
mean,
So I
actually.
think it's
Yeah.
going to Kaz from the sounds of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually going to be very specific. It's not that I wouldn't do it to you, Connor. I wouldn't do it to the rest of the group because then you'd have to change combat to compensate for my character.
Oh,
It is
Um,
it's genuinely one of those situations where I don't recommend players do stuff like that. Not even like in my game because I think it's mean. No, it's like I don't recommend you do that ever, because if you, the single character, suddenly become the one-hit monster or the untouchable because you made your AC 35 or something like that.
mhm.
The problem is that by doing something like that, you are actually going to make the game significantly harder for everybody around you, because the DM has to counterbalance your broken ability. And suddenly, while you might be able to hit this guy who's not going to go down, everybody else is going to hit this guy and nothing's gonna happen.
Again,
Right.
it's not that I wouldn't do it to you, Kana, because I say this with love. Fuck you.
All right,
Um,
mean.
I said it with love.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it to the rest of the group.
It's just, it's. I think it's just, it's too cruel. It's too cruel to do to another party.
I would stab you all in the chest for a bowl of soup.
All right,
That's
well.
different.
fair enough.
What kind of soup?
That's short term. This is long term that we're talking about.
Any kind.
I would kill the Olive Garden chicken gnocchi soup right now.
Mm.
But the Olive Garden here doesn't open until the end of January.
Almost
They
there.
just built it. Almost there. And then I'm gonna eat my fucking weight in soup.
All
As
right.
you should. Anyway,
A lot of soup.
I figured it out.
Yes.
I had to go into my my thing and
Document.
pull up my document and also like my files of what every sibling also like dresses like because I have that and I couldn't remember because it was like there was a bunch of them. So we're going to find a. So it's
Mike.
the jacket youngest. Oh my god, I gotta go back to my. So yeah, so it's the second youngest. So it's Zunmin. It's XUNMYN is how you spell it. Second youngest. This sibling is 60, so the one closest to her. This one is sort of like monkish, so it's the non-binary, so it's a sibling, not a brother or sister. It's a sibling. With very light, almost white hair that's been shaved on one side. Clothing is very simple. It's like black and white, very patchy. Like it's like it looks like. I don't have the thing with me, so like, this is like the vision board. I don't do things very.
Michelle.
Yeah, I know.
No, Michelle, my beloved.
Yes.
You can screenshot that and send it on Discord.
You can screenshot
Yeah.
that. Send it.
I'm very smart.
Also, Jill, I'm glad you thought that was funny.
I'm not very
I've
smart.
been oathed.
Listen, I was just nice to Kana when I said fuck you at the same time, so you know, I gotta keep the trend up with all of you.
Of course.
My
of
feelings
course.
are hurt.
You have feelings?
No.
Yeah.
PDF? Not PDF. I'm gonna do a PDF. That's so very dumb.
So what are we doing next?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I will give you the vision. Okay, we'll do that. Post. There you go.
No contacts, thank you, Jill.
Anyway.
No
there you go.
problem.
I have put it in. It should be in Dicefunctional.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so 2000s.
Yeah. Well, do we?
They have a
not
tramp stamp tattoo as well.
No, they don't.
No.
Do they have a little belly button piercing?
Yes, maybe. Yeah, that is more.
Can the belly button be of like a spider with a jewel for its main body part?
Oh my god.
Or a Playboy bunny.
Or a Playboy bunny?
You know what?
I was
I'll
thinking
tramp
like a
stamp if it's
butterfly,
Playboy
you know, like.
I know. I'll allow the tramp stamp if it's a Playboy bunny. Actually. That I will allow.
Hell yeah.
I know you mean the symbol, but also like I'm imagining like a Playboy bunny person, like
Like in like a sexy pose.
they're like, "Hey, I see you've noticed my tramp
That would be
stamp."
pretty difficult since Hagen or rabbit folk just came into being. It would take some pretty like high level foresight.
Look, you don't need rabbit people to exist to slap some rabbit ears and a onesie on people.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have that in real life. I'm pretty sure we had this concept before Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny is a real man, and he stole my wife.
He is from the Feywild. He is a trickster spirit.
I have not used this thing in so. I should use it anyway.
So, are you going to reach out to Zimyun?
Not me.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Couldn't hear you, buddy.
Speak into your microphone.
What,
Speak,
this
fucker.
device? This device?
Yeah,
Is that what
Grandma.
it's for?
Do not whisper over here.
I don't. I
Come
don't know if
over
you know that.
here and
I'll break
speak
your fucking
normally.
kneecaps.
I don't whisper in anything.
You could have fooled me.
Oh.
So, using the mirror to reach out to your sibling Faon, you can see. Nope, not Faon. That's the name of the dagger. I apologize.
Yeah.
Zimian.
Change their name.
You can see the image of your sibling. They appear much like you've seen them last. They are currently in what appears to be some kind of a almost just like a cave by the ocean, really. Like they are currently just kind of dwelling there, looking out over the sea. Just kind of lounged out with their legs spread, and they just kind of look over at the viewing angle, and they'll go, "Ah, hello, sister. Nice to see you."
Like, see me all.
I can't hear you, bud.
It's incredible. You keep doing this.
I don't do it on purpose. You understand this. I don't do it on purpose. I'm gonna get a head mic and I'm gonna just be like Britney Spears.
Or like a lapel mic or something.
I'm gonna be Britney Spears, guys. Anyway, she's just gonna like look at her sibling. She'll be like, "Do you not think this is weird?"
No, not really. I'm quite relaxed.
Okay. How are you relaxed?
I'm looking at the ocean. It's quite nice. Anyways, nice to see you again, sister.
Where are you?
I am not entirely sure. It's one of the islands to the south, off the
Hey?
tip. I don't think it has a name, but I got a nice little boat and I paddled out here. It's quite nice.
Useful for me? Cause like I need to like see you. Cause like things are really bad actually.
We don't seem that bad from my angle, to be honest.
Oh, at home. Well, yeah, at home. Not where you're at. I'm sure it looks very nice. Also, I have friends, and I'm in a really cool cart. But like,
That's
all my
nice.
friends, I
That's
don't
good
know
to
where
hear.
my friends are. My friends are. I don't know where they were. I think they're sleeping. Oh, there's one.
Ah!
That's Granny.
She's like in the back, like having just come out of the kitchen with like a whiskey, and it's
Be
like,
like a
ah!
weird hour. Because like Fizzy went to sleep pretty early compared to everyone else.
Getting a
like-
nightcap. Peace.
A midday nightcap.
Went to sleep at a weird time.
It's 6 o'clock somewhere.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, things are really bad back home, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it by myself. And I have like friends and stuff, but like I feel like you'd want to go back to see if maybe you can help too.
I'm sure I can try to assist.
I don't.
Why? What's been going on?
Oh, well, still haven't found sister. Still haven't found her. She's in a very bad situation from what I can tell. There's like a guy who kidnapped her, I think. And like I don't really know cuz he seems like a really bad guy and he does a lot of weird shit. Oh, yeah, I curse now. That's I know.
Oh,
weird.
good.
Well, my friends they say bad words sometimes, I guess. I learned what sarcasm is.
Yep. I mean, granted, I think a lot of folks knew what it was. You just didn't use it that well. You're not the sharpest, dear.
You're not wrong, but that still kind of hurts. And I'm sharp in different ways. I'm learning.
Yep.
I'm just
Definitely.
not smart. I don't like reading. Books are not for me. But I have
Nope.
friends who do that. Like my friend Fitz does that. My friend
Yep.
Daeris does that. Well, Fitz does it more. Daeris does like investigative things, and Kaz is really good at hitting things and like making them hurt. And Granny's got a gun, which is crazy.
They're all forms of intelligence. Yours wasn't social cues, nor was it reading. But you were intelligent in your own way.
Okay, yeah, so that whole situation's like really weird, and I don't know what to do about that. But I met a robot who turned us. We helped become a god. I don't know how that works because it was really weird and it happened really fast. But that robot told me that like the thing that is taking over home is like trying to be a god, and the only way to kill it is with poison or finding somebody who's really powerful, or an item that's really powerful that can wish it away.
Oh, good.
Which-
Choices.
Yeah, I know. The poison thing I don't love. I don't really love that because I feel like that can harm also actual home.
Yes.
But
Yes,
I'm not-
definitely.
But I'm not sure where I'm supposed to find something that can do a wish. I didn't know that was like a possibility.
I think no matter what, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
No, maybe you could help try and find something. Maybe
I
I
can
know-
certainly keep my ears to the ground.
I know the
But I'm
beach is-
not. I'm not a scholar. I don't read books and try to find stuff like that.
punching people in the face though.
Combat is different. I can do combat. That's easy. But I can try and do what I can.
Punch them and they'll tell you. It
I don't
works
think-
sometimes. It works
I'm
sometimes.
sure
'Cause I've seen it work.
I'm sure it does. I'm not sure schools would appreciate me going in, beating up professors, and then walking out. But I can do it.
Okay, but we'll try. And if anything, maybe go home at some point, see how they're doing over there, because I don't know when I'll be able to go back. I've got a lot of things to do over here before I go back. Also, fine, sister. Fine. Izzy.
I mean, you found me. You could probably find her.
I could do that, but she's probably with a scary man, and I don't want the scary man to know that we're looking for her, because then he'll hide her farther.
I think you're overestimating the behavior of unbelievably powerful men. People with that much power who see other individuals as possessions don't care if someone else wants their possession. Because at the end of the day, they're strong enough, or at least in their mind, they're strong enough to bat you away without a second thought. You peering in at someone you care about, you won't care. It's the apathy of the strong. It's how they work. Small enough things for them, it's not a big deal. Even if he notices you, he won't lift a finger.
You know, I've seen that. Okay, well, I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully I'll see you soon, because you look very far from me, so I don't know if...
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty far away, but also I'll try and get started on getting off this island. Really, right now though, I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
Well, I've got the boat, but I lost the paddles, to be honest.
hold on. She's just gonna yell. Does anyone know if I can get like a paddle or something for a boat?
Everyone's awake at this
I'm gonna
point.
look around the cart. Can't the cart like make?
Granny
Please.
walks out with
They stay
like
in
the
the cart, that's
whiskey's
the
gone.
problem.
She's
Huh?
like, what? It can't leave the cart.
Anything, yeah, anything that the cart creates stays in the
can't leave
cart.
the
It can't
cart.
go.
We can check
Shoot.
the shops in Hargrek.
Okay.
They
So
got a
if-
lake. Surely there's a
Okay.
boat place.
If you don't find, I'm gonna try and find paddles for you, and I can get them to you real quick. But you gotta give me a bit of time. But I'll get something to you. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Love you. Love you lots.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Love you too.
Bye. She'll like. I am not emotionally prepared to go look for Missy right now in the mirror. So she's just like, I could do this. I don't think I'm ready to see her look real bad because I know it's gonna be bad. So I'm not going to do it right now. Soon. Anyway, I'm gonna leave. I'm done.
Alrighty. Anybody else have any other things they want to do?
Not right now, no.
Not on this day.
Not on this day.
Got it.
Daeris is still a little busy.
All right. Gross. As you guys are taking a long rest, please mark that so you guys can restore any missing spells, health, what have you. I am going to. I'm going to have everybody else who isn't Castella, please mute yourself so you cannot interrupt me.
Just
Lightning
mute or mute and
time.
defend.
Just mute.
Just mute. That's all.
Alright. I'll just put this up because I can't speak when it's up.
All right. 1 second, Kaz. I'm finding something.
Okay. Jill?
We haven't started yet, so this isn't technically interrupting. Did you just do the music bot? Because it's so loud now.
I didn't.
I have it at 1% and it's blasted in my fucking ears.
No, I haven't done anything at all.
It's like this
It-
jazz is just eating my brain.
I will say, not only have I not done anything to it, I haven't updated it. It's still on the same update it's been at last time. I haven't touched anything.
Maybe it's just this track. I'm gonna turn it off. And
That's
are you
fair.
gonna change the music?
I'm gonna change the music right now. You're okay.
Okay. 'Cause it's just the jazz that's loud.
That's
I don't
okay.
know what that's about.
That's okay. Cause Stella, you've been presented
Yeah.
a new dagger. As this
Oh.
dagger works, you need to attune to it.
Yeah? Oh, shoot, I wasn't keeping track on when I'm attuned, huh? Is the silver stake attuned?
Let me double check. I don't think it's an attunement item.
Okay, so the hat is definitely attuned.
The hat, the Looksy Specs, and the Cowl of Creech. Those are 3 attunement items. The Looksy Specs you can unattune to and just give them to Daeris, really.
I mean, we only use it when we need to.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm not using the Looksy specs, so
Okay,
unattune
well,
that one.
We will break attunement to that, and we will add attunement to Phaon. Which should be marked for attunement, but it looks like the item didn't. That's my bad. Attunement required. There we go. Ink. As you spend an hour attuning to the item, you will note as you hold up and look at the blade, you will see that on the bone, the sharpened bone blade that sticks up out of this nice, lovely, square cut gold hilt, the blade looks like it starts to sweat liquid gold.
What? Why can it sweat? For
Just these
starters.
little drips, little beads of sweat, for lack of a better term, of liquid gold begin to appear from the actual dagger itself.
Should I be
Also-
worried about that?
Yeah, let me check one thing real quick.
Huh.
Is this higher or lower?
Are you asking me or?
Yeah, my voice right now.
Yeah, it's fine as it is. Why?
Higher or what I mean is it higher or lower?
Higher?
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Just needed to check because I couldn't tell.
No.
I'm still learning this thing. As you do so, you feel this small squirming feeling in your head, and you will hear a voice.
Hello.
Ruben, was that you talking?
I am not your monkey. No.
Oh. Okay.
I'm the
Is-
dagger.
Oh! Oh, okay. This is like one of Fitz's weapons, I see.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Look.
Okay.
My name's Fayon. Lovely to meet you.
Likewise? I'm sorry, I'm not really used to this sort of. It's kind of weird hearing a voice in my head.
That is completely fair. The voice of someone else inside of your own brain can be quite disconcerting.
Am I the only one that can hear you?
Yes. I exist only here.
Oh, okay, so it would feel like I'm talking crazy now. I see.
You can speak aloud. You can speak in your mind. Either way, I can hear you.
Are you sweating the blade? Is the dagger, I guess?
Yes. Kind of. It has something else to do with other things I can do.
Like?
I'm much more than just good at cutting things and stabbing things. I can do other things.
Okay. Like?
Well, I need to know I can trust you first. See, ordinarily, if I bring up what I'm capable of, some people become a bit unnerved. But I can help. I'm sure I can. You've got many problems that you and your friends need to deal with, including your uncle, Don. I live in your mind now. I know everything that's going on. I can help. I'm sure I can.
In what way you can help me free my
Mhm.
uncle from this situation?
The same way any other dagger can. The only difference is that I can provide advice while we do it. It's true. Just breaking him out would be a very bad idea. You were already told that. But if the people who would punish him aren't there anymore, well, then there's nothing to be concerned with.
Are you giving advice to me to kill them? Is that it?
To kill the people who would harm you and your family? Yes. It's only natural. Only rational. They mean harm to you and yours. They would hurt what you have. You could hurt Vera.
I don't like that you bring her up.
I'm simply speaking the truth. Unfortunately, the actions you all took, bringing the queen back, yes, it was a good thing to do. It was the right thing to do. But it means your names are going to be out there. It'll be even easier to find them.
How will I
But
not? How will I know you're not gonna stab me in the back?
well, I don't have hands for one.
Yeah, but you're in my mind. So this is already detrimental as is.
The best way I can explain it for you is simply I have no reason to. If I do, then you'll abandon me, leave me on the ground, toss me into some lake or river for some goblin to find me, or possibly just pawn me off. No, if you do that, I'm no use to anyone. It's in my best interest to stay on your good side, because if I do anything else, well, you'll get rid of me.
Hmm.
And also, you really wouldn't want to keep the dagger around if that was the case, would you?
You drive a hard bargain.
I do. Well, not intentionally. I don't mean to pressure you or make you feel like you have had your agency taken away. He wouldn't want to do that to you either. But still, I'm sure I can help you.
Hmm.
Look, the only thing that I require to fuel my other abilities is a bit of life essence. What you have. Blood. Call it what you will. Maybe just stamina, energy. I can use that, and I can make us more effective. You don't have to do it all at once. It'd be really bad to do that. But, if necessary, I can make us hit harder. Move faster. I can do very much to help us.
Out of character, I know she's struggling a bit. Hitting wise. Oh boy. Hmm. I feel like with what the dagger said, um, she's reminiscing uh the fight that Tana died, essentially,
Mhm.
as a way of, you know, if I was strong enough, she would have been alive, sort of thing.
Mhm.
If I would have killed him, she would still be here. So
In fairness to you, dear. Sorry, I didn't
no,
press
no,
the
go,
button.
go, go.
That was me making a mistake. In fairness to you, dear, that was a lost fight. You can't blame yourself for that. Tana made their decisions, and unfortunately, it was going to draw their attention to her. Even if everything had worked out perfectly, it could have made it worse for everybody. You can't blame yourself.
And yet I still do.
Yes, such is the nature of guilt.
Well, attuning to you, will that shorten my lifespan?
No. Again, I have no reason to do that. I shorten your lifespan, that means less time being effective and being used. There's no point in that. I do that, I'm no use to anybody. I'll be thrown away. Or, when you die, I'll be buried with you. What's the point of that?
Fine. What do you want me to do?
Well, first, let me just show you what I'm capable of doing. I'll explain it to you. I'll even make it clearer for you. That way you can understand what the stagger does, Jolly.
Uh, okay.
I've updated the description of Phaon.
Oh, okay.
Both
Description.
both for the +2 and for the offhand attack. I'm going to be updating that one in a second.
Okay.
I have written down exactly what will happen when you expend a certain amount of maximum hit points. They will restore after 24 hours. So don't worry, but think of it like if you sacrifice 25 points of maximum HP, you will get the ability listed at 25.
What the fuck?
Dang.
That's
Kona
how
just
much
gave
it-
you a weapon that you bleed essentially on in the same way you do the book.
But 30 HP is question mark? That's a mystery. Oh.
It's for you to find out.
Oh boy.
Come on, Chief. How much do you want to gamble with me?
Oh my god.
Man, it's a shame you didn't give it to the person who has a gambling addiction.
That would've been a
You
bad
don't have 30 HP to give.
idea. That would have been a really bad bargain to try and push for.
We give it to the person who has the most HP to give.
I had
I know.
51 hit points.
I have over 100. Fuck you.
Cass is also tanky AF, so.
Well,
Yeah.
I can comfortably say that what I have provided Kaz for option wise for her spending abilities it's well worth it. I would say. Wouldn't you say, Jolly?
It's a risk, but it's also
It's one hell of a reward, huh?
it's one good reward.
Yeah,
Point
I
of
know.
clarification for it.
Oh.
Does it, when they're spent, does it just reduce the maximum, or does it reduce current and maximum?
Current and maximum. So if you're at 80 and you give up 10, you are now at 70 and your maximum is at 70 until 24 hours pass. Once 24 hours
Yeah.
pass, you're back to normal.
But if you're already at like 40 and you give up 10, then you're at 30 and your maximum is 70 then.
Yeah, exactly. If you're at half health, Jolly, let's say you're at 40 and you decide, okay, I really need to use the 20 HP option. You give up 20 HP, you will lose 20 hit points, and also your maximum will be reduced by 20.
But then you'll get it back, right? Eventually.
It'll come back
from normal.
after 24 hours. Your maximum will come back to normal.
Okay, I was more worried if it was like a permanent HP.
Boy, trust me, if it was permanent, I would have had to have made that a whole lot sweeter of a deal.
What is this,
aside-
Tomb of Annihilation?
It's just more like
Not that
this will
mean.
be. It's just like you need to take a long rest, or I mean, technically 24 hours for it to
Yep.
pass, and then you
Full-
get it
Full
back.
24 hours, your HP comes back.
Okay. I'm not too worried, honestly. I don't really get hit a lot.
Perfect.
don't
That's
think-
exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Mhm.
You and I can make great things happen, Costella. And we'll start by doing away with the people that have wronged you.
Oh. Okay. I'm
But
not
let's think of
entirely
this
sure.
whole let's think of this whole Dawn situation first and foremost.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
He's locked up in prison. He's only gonna want to stay in there for as long as he knows that he's safe. Or, more accurately, you're all safe. So, best thing we can do is next time we find someone who's linked to this whole vampire situation, we get as much information out of them and then kill them. We find their boss, we end them. We start going up the chain, slowly ending every single one of them. And we make an example of it. We do that, we have less to deal with in the future. Less problems to worry about. Less people who will try to oppose us, will oppose your friends. We can do all that, and by the time we're done, there'll be no one to touch your family.
You do realize that we do have people that don't like killing, right?
Yes, Granny. she's her religious beliefs. I understand them, and they serve a purpose, but they're only hers. Just because she won't be willing to pull the trigger and kill people who deserve it doesn't mean you can't. Someone has to be willing to do the dirty work, Stella.
You're right. I
And we
have to.
can't. And unfortunately, we can't just leave people who are going to cause more problems, try to cause the apocalypse. We can't just leave them wandering about. If we do that, it's just going to happen again. 5 years, 10 years, 15, it doesn't matter. Eventually, they'll come back. They'll try again.
I mean, I already agreed to your terms.
I know, I'm trying to help you understand that I am on your side. I want to help you. But it means that we need to be willing to kill them. And there's something else. Your friend, Ruben. I think we should consider getting more of those coins for him.
But wouldn't that affect his identity?
He may become more of what he used to be, certainly, but as long as he still considers you his friend, you'll be safe. And the stronger he is, the more of an asset he is. It means that eventually, he could become something dangerous enough to really stop this vampire business in its tracks.
I mean, I didn't want to stop him if he is seeking for it. So, as long as he's still my friend, then I'm fine with it.
Well, only time will tell on that, but I'm sure you can manage to keep him as your friend. You've had him for a very long time. There's no reason for him to leave you.
Or to kill me. I don't know.
Well, that's also true.
Okay, can I go back to sleep now? I don't know how to turn this off. This is kind of.
Well, there's no turning me off, unfortunately, but you can ask me to be quiet. Don't worry. I
Oh,
won't interrupt your
okay.
sleep.
You so you're okay. So you're actively in my brain now. This is yeah. Okay.
I am actively in your mind, yes. But don't worry, privacy will still be respected. I have no intention of becoming a pestilence that you have to deal with. I want to be your ally, your friend, not a headache. Don't worry. I'll give you your silence and I'll let you rest. There's much to be done.
Right.
Oh, one other thing.
Hmm?
We may not want to talk about you and I to your friends, not currently, not just yet. They're inherently not going to trust me. I'm the sword, I'm the blade talking in your head. It's the same thing as Fitz and his spear, cause. If they had known that cause was there talking the entire time, they'd have been very concerned, very worried about it. It's natural for them to be concerned, but they may try to make you just discard me.
Then I won't tell them.
I believe that's the best decision, at least for right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Kaz. We'll make things better for you and your family. We'll make it safe. Now, get some sleep. You're going to need it.
Okay.
Good night, dear.
Good night. She's more flabbergasted. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. All right, gonna listen to the thing in my brain. But yeah,
Excellent.
that's weird.
Hey, I
Welcome
don't like
to
that.
the club. Shake
know?
You know, it's
hands.
about time that we got an evil one.
You know what it is? It's about time it was someone that wasn't Jill.
Yeah,
We
you
need someone
know,
else to
I
be a
bet,
walking group chat.
I bet Connor was really relieved that it was not given to Ignatius because that dag would not have been able to speak to him.
No, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked at all.
How do you spell it, Tayun?
Phaon. Phaon.
It would be like,
Okay,
Ayo.
do that again.
Problem.
Phaon. Phaon.
Phone?
Faerun.
No.
Phone?
Phaon.
Phone?
Ring, 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 ring.
Phaon.
ring, ring.
Phone?
They are Phaon.
Banana phone.
I think you
Shit.
named the talking dagger phone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have to go back through all my notes and replace all the fucking.
Alright. That will do.
it'll be
just
interesting next time I use Divine Sense to
fine.
see if it's one of those things. Celestial Fiend Undead.
Ooh. I need to look at this more often. Sorry. I'm looking at my Go XLR options. It's fun to play with. You guys will get your long rest. By the time you wake up, it is the afternoon. It's about 6 p.m. Nothing too late. So there, in theory, if there are any things that you wish to do right now, you can. But
I'm knocking on Daeris' door.
Cool, so you're gonna be the first one to see this. Daeris will open the door and she is not wearing the usual outfit she's in.
She's naked!
No. So this is. I made the joke to Jill. Getting laid made her change her outfit. But to be fair, this is also a big story beat for her. No, so instead of what she was wearing, she is now wearing purple pinstripe pants with one loop hanging off one hip. Pair of like black Converse van type shoes with pink socks that are visible. She's wearing like an ombre purple button up. However, that is tucked in. However, it is very noticeable that it is not buttoned up. And under it is a pink corset type bustier. And over top of that are essentially straps with a belt.
Sir.
Uh,
Holster. Like a gun holster.
yeah. I'll send it here and in here.
Oh, it's a harness, really. It's more than a suspender.
As per usual, thank you, Jill, for doing my design work, because I don't know how art.
No problem.
The graphic design is Jill's passion.
Nah.
Graphic design is not what I. Listen to
know.
me, I'm speaking directly into your ear.
Character design. It's very good. It's very good.
Graphic
It's the meme.
So, Knox, open.
Save image. Save. And I'm gonna send it here. If it'll let me. Quit fighting me. Oh my god. Looking at that.
You can't stop.
I'm so sorry.
You can't stop straight jorking it in the club right now?
Stop straight jorking it in the stripped club right now. Let's just say my penis.
But also her hair is noticeably more disheveled. It is not brushed out well, and she is shoving the shirt properly into her pants as she's getting dressed for the morning. Fizzy, you are much earlier than I expected. Can't hear
different.
you.
That's different.
Oh.
I know.
Thank you.
Looks nice.
Thank you. Bryn has the baby blanket now, so
I can sprinkle member juice.
let me wake them up. One moment. And instead of like some gentle moment that you fully expect, you see Daeris. She leaves the door open. You can see this, and and pile drives on the bed, inches from their head. No, it's not on them. It's inches from their head, so it's almost in the face.
Oh my god. Doing?
Morning.
Uh.
Get up. Up. And Daeris will grab the edge of the blanket and just start pulling them off the bed. You don't get to sleep in. We have things to do, memories to uncover.
I'm up. You can do this while I'm sitting up.
Busy. Here's a weird drow.
Nods. I've been told I'm a weird drow. I don't think I'm that weird, but apparently I am. Anyway, I'm gonna touch your shoulder and I'm gonna sprinkle something on you. It's fine. Just gonna touch shoulder. Sprinkle juice. Sprinkle juice. Sprinkle juice.
Okay. You begin casting the spell over her head, their head, his head.
Pick a pronoun.
And you will watch as it begins to blink and pulse with these small streaks like constellations beginning to go through the diamond dust that floats around their head. Eventually, it dissipates, becoming more like a powder, useless and ineffective. And they will blink a bit, and they will kind of rub their eyes slightly. I think I know. I hope I know where they are. I think I know where she is.
Wonderful. Let's do this with the group. Because if I'm gonna go on a killing rampage, I need someone behind me to do it.
I left them at an adoption center. An orphanage. It's in Albadale. But there's an orphanage in Albadale, and that's where I was told to leave it.
You give me one moment. And Daeris is gonna step out of the room, stepping past Fizzy, open a door to a blank room that is well padded, and scream. Compose herself, walk out of that room, and come back. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming I've heard this.
Oh yeah. Daeris
So-
did not tell you to leave, so.
Daeris, I'm gonna go tell that we need to go to Albadil. I'm assuming. I'm guessing. I think that's our next maybe. Yeah.
If you guys would not mind, I would rather my daughter not be adopted out if I could help it.
Okay, I'm gonna go tell the rest of the group that we're gonna go head off to Albadil now. It's like walks out. It's very awkward.
Fizzy does not want to be in this room right now.
No.
Can I ask you something I haven't gotten to ask yet?
Yeah.
When the fuck did you learn to fight?
I don't. I don't. I haven't had enough time to stop and think about it. I hurt all over.
That might be part of our fault. You really
No.
tried to kill Granny.
No, you don't get it. I hurt. I hurt like I've torn something. My legs, my arms, my shoulders, my back, everything hurts.
Come. We're leaving the room. Come on. To the dining room. Fizzy, you walked away too soon.
Okay, I'm coming back.
We're in the main room now. You're not trapped in a room alone with the couple.
Okay,
Don't worry.
what do you need? What's up? What can I help with?
They hurt everywhere? Linny said the same thing.
Okay, let me sit down. Let me do a little bit of checking on you. I'd like to
Medicine
do a
check.
medicine check. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, that's good. And I have a plus to the gods. You know how like Kaz has like a plus a gajillion for medicine? I have that for
Medicine.
Self. I have that for medicine. So,
Yeah, Kaz actually got really good at medicine overnight and didn't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
26.
That's the doctor now.
26. No,
26.
Fizzy's the doctor. Fizzy's your doctor, guys.
So gently palpating the skin and flesh near some of their joints and checking range of movement and how they are able to hold themselves in some positions. You're noticing a lot of swelling near their elbow, near their shoulders. It looks almost like maybe they may have something like a torn rotator cuff. The tendons on their arms, their forearms and wrists have swollen very badly. The most notable one would probably be their legs, to be honest. Their pads of their feet have developed some very severe calluses, and there's very clear evidence of it having happened aggressively. So a lot of walking, a lot of movement, a lot of this, and it's basically torn up the bottom of their feet and resulted in some heavy callus forming. And their ankles have the kind of swelling that you would see from someone who is almost like exercising way too much, way too fast.
That you have overdone it a little bit. Not on your own volition. So your body is not used to that. So you are in a lot of pain. Okay, you've overdone it a lot, to be honest. You're going to need a lot of rest. I can like wrap up all the like hurting parts. I can also like make some salve to like help. I don't know how much would magical healing help?
It'll certainly help. The more severe injuries, like the rotator cuff, is going to be a problem. You would probably need to regenerate that. It's been undealt with for so long. The tendon swelling and stuff like that, that'll go away. Magic healing can help, but like the permanent damage here to the shoulder,
Yeah,
that's not
like I'd have
that's
to
not going to go away.
not for a while, like not until I get that high up. Well,
Thankfully, the job is sedentary.
okay. Well, I can't really help with the shoulder. The shoulder's like too. I think you ripped that a while ago. Unfortunately.
No picking up kids, it looks like.
Probably not
We have
from
a
that.
dog for that.
I don't think the dog has hands. I don't think that'll work.
But it's okay. It's okay.
That's why they grow.
The next of it, I can help with. I can do some wrapping. I can do some healing. It won't be perfect, but it'll help a lot, and you won't be in so much pain because I'm sure, from the looks of it, you are in a lot of pain right now.
Oh yeah, I don't.
So I will throw down some magical healing. So I'll throw down like a few cure wounds or something. Like a first some first level cure wounds.
All right. You can just just knock those off your sheet.
Yeah,
basically.
that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. She'll definitely be in a lot less pain. But the reality of the matter is that some of this is gonna be probably permanent.
So I generate, and then I can help out with that a little bit.
Yep.
Whenever that happens, that will be.
So, sorry, I was trying to put an order through. Upon casting some of those spells, they appear to be in a lot less discomfort. They are able to stand a little bit better. They are like all of their joints need to be wrapped at this point. They
So
need
do
one
that.
for their hand and wrist for mobility. They need it for their elbows. The arm that has a torn rotator cuff, it needs to be in a sling. They cannot move that too much. If they do, they're going to hurt themselves even worse. So unfortunately for now, Celebrenn is going to be in a sling. But the rest of it looks like it's stuff that can be dealt with some rest and some minor healing spells. So you guys all get the cart heading down towards Elbadil.
We probably should discuss it before we do that.
Oh yes, this is fair. Go ahead.
I don't want to just like toss everyone out going, hey, I'm making the executive decision we're going to Elbadil.
No, that is fair. I apologize.
Is everyone... Granny, how hungover are you?
Huh? Me?
You're still holding the bottle.
It's a little what I've heard of a hair of the dog. You wake up with what you drink more so that you don't get the bad effects of alcohol.
That is not
Morning.
how it works.
Look, I nearly got my throat fucking slit.
Speaking of,
Thanks, Tess.
Bryn, my clusterfuck of idiots. That's a lie.
Hello.
I don't want to call.
But okay.
I don't want to call Fitz an idiot.
Yeah, it's like,
They are
Fitz is right
incredibly
here.
intelligent.
I'm very smart,
What?
thank you.
Just do to your spouse.
Huh?
I just
Hmm?
you're calling me an idiot, and I just like did a bunch of healing to your spouse.
It was done in love.
She doesn't mean it, Fizzy. She's teasing. But,
This is a Bryn.
Very nice to meet you all. Celebrenn, author, writer, currently laid up. I've hurt myself quite badly, I think. Nice to meet you all.
Well, I don't think it was you that did the hurting. I think,
Your body was put under strain that it could not handle and is tearing itself apart.
which does mean that this compulsion is very intricate.
Powerful.
It teaches people how to fight, even if their bodies don't know.
It doesn't necessarily teach them, but more
Simple
importantly,
language.
most compulsion effects cannot force an individual to harm themselves. They could harm the closest allies, but anything that would be themselves, they would resist. If this can overcome it, it is much more powerful than perhaps any spells could counter.
Anyways, we need to go to Elbadil.
Why?
There's an orphanage in Elbadil.
Ah. Is this where...
That's where my daughter was dropped. And I promise it is not the orphanage's fault, so I will not burn it to the ground.
Do you want to make sure? I mean, like, we could use the mirror to check if they're still there.
I cannot be trusted with the mirror.
I I mean, yeah, we could probably just have you guys in the room locked up in case, but
I could hold you
We
in
could-
a headlock.
We could have a door with a window, and you could get in the room with the door with the window. And we could lock the door, take away the doorknob, can't get out, use the mirror.
Just tie a rope around my hurt arm and
Oh,
onto
God.
her arm. That way she can't
Ooh.
run without hurting me.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
From the writer's brain.
Yes.
Mm.
We will need to remove any
Better.
sharp objects from a person so she does not try to cut the rope.
True. True.
But yeah, we need to use the mirror to make sure that hopefully she's not quote unquote adopted by family or something, you know.
Whoa. What if, hear me out, what if our worlds collide right now? And she's been adopted by not a family,
Oh man,
but a family.
that would be funny.
Oh no.
Fitz, I don't think the stress
That
is
wouldn't be
helping.
good.
No, I don't think the stress is helping Daeris right now.
It's quite bad, actually. I think about it.
So I
Probably not,
actually
though.
I need to stop that for a second and point out something that hasn't been discussed in
Mhm.
probably 50 plus sessions.
What?
How the family gets their children.
The family gets their term the family because they're adopted by the head of the family
Uh-huh.
and then given the chance to become part of the
I wasn't just saying
family.
that. I wasn't just saying that
Yeah.
for funnies. For goofs, even.
I
Remember things.
And this
Okay.
is at the. Do you say that in character, by the way?
The adopted by the family thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Daeris is gonna go. She was already learning how to change her own hair color by this point. She was showing.
Oh, it's
she was.
always...
She was quite adept at. From a.
And not to add to it, but they did just lose a bunch of changelings that worked for them. So finding more would probably be high on their priority list.
On the plus side, we do have a conversation with the head of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, it will not. It will not be on his terms if he has my daughter.
Okay, we need to. All right, all right. Let's put
hang on.
Daeris in another room, and we'll
Yeah,
check
lock her
on
in.
the daughter. Okay.
Okay.
We.
I like the arm idea, but also I really am scared that she would just bite through the rope.
Daeris, you are a lovely teammate, and I consider you my friend. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear after we look in the mirror.
Bryn can stay. They're not as reckless as I am.
Bring
No,
consent.
there was never any. We were never gonna lock Bryn away.
Bryn-
Bryn seems very calm and collected.
Actually,
You cannot
hold on,
tell her anything
Can I?
that we don't agree to
I-
tell her.
Before I said that, but can I actually do a quick insight check on my own spouse?
Sure.
Oh.
I'll give you advantage. It's your own spouse.
Yeah. This is 27.
There is a cold cunning in your wife's mind, in your wife's eyes. Not like she means any hostility to anybody here, but she is trying to think of what way she can do what she can to either make it hurt for whoever has her kid, or get her kid. So she is not an active threat, but there's no telling if she won't try to put something in motion.
Actually, do me a favor while I'm gone. Granny?
Hmm?
Watch their hands
What'd you say?
and feet.
I will tie a rope to their arm and feet.
I'm gonna go sit in the other room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Smart.
Bryn? We'll do killing later.
So, Daeris, now removed from the room, you all try. We'll have Bryn bring up the image of their daughter. I need to pull up the description because I don't think I have seen that in quite a time.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up too, because I have not seen Ari's stuff in a while either. Oh yeah, I forgot she's got her mom's curly hair. Hold on. I took a screenshot. Do you want me to send you it, Connor?
Yes, please.
I'll say I can find it a lot easier than you.
You can.
It's only a paragraph, so.
Yep. Celebrenn will attempt to call upon the image of Ardre. And what you guys will see is a
Wait, swear I was in a suit. That's what you would wear to go adopt a child.
is what you'll see is a bare wood floor in what appears to be some kind of an orphanage of a sort. It looks to be a pretty bare building. There are what looks to be several children, all of whom are standing straight as they can, many of whom look to be changelings. And they are standing towards at the back near a wall. And you can faintly hear the sound of someone shouting at them.
What are they shouting
Yeah,
specifically?
what are they
Or they
shouting?
just
Can I
Uh,
add a quick note here?
A majority of the screaming is about how no one cares to have them. They are unwanted children that their parents have left. And now you owe everything to me for taking care of you.
Fun fact, she's 2 years old.
Yep.
Are they all changelings or just mostly changelings?
Mostly changelings. I won't say all. There are definitely some elven and, some half elven and human children here.
Okay.
what is the state of how she looked? Is she like fed at least? Is she bruised? Or
Pretty dingy clothing.
okay.
And there are definitely some red marks on her face, as well as some signs of bruising on her arm.
Okay, so she's still at the orphanage, which is at least, but we don't know which or where in the orphanage in Elbadil is.
It's maybe about to like there. It might be soon.
What? What might be soon?
You can
What might be soon?
What?
you can always find out where it is by zooming out.
Okay, let's try
Remember-
zooming out
Let's
The
zoom
building.
out, because this...
Of the.
Hey Connor, I'm not
We're
there.
about
How's
to
Bryn
adopt
doing?
so many children.
How's
This
Bryn?
is like the that episode of Leverage.
Yeah.
I got like a hand on their arm.
You guys can see that Bren is tense in the body motion. Their expression is completely blank right now.
That's dangerous.
Hmm.
You can...
I will expend a spell slot to have command prepared.
Oh, I forgot to prepare
Okay.
spells today. Oops. Did she, I?
So-
I forgot I was a cleric.
So did the mirror, specifically zoom out from the orphanage of where?
No, not yet, because Celebrenn hasn't made any motion to do so. Celebrenn will dismiss the image of the mirror.
Mm.
Actually, I need to roll an intelligence check for them.
We would have told him how it works.
No, they're doing something else.
Oh.
Might be looking for something else.
They have a +5 to intelligence?
Celebrenn is a very intelligent individual.
My spouse is smarter than me, y'all!
Bear in mind,
That's not a
they
surprise.
are a writer, but also they are kind of a. Yes, they are a writer for you, but also they are something of an investigative writer. They have to find details for stuff like your stories.
An investigative
Yeah,
journalist.
they did kind of follow me around, and I am an investigator.
How else does this work? This mirror, how does it work?
Well, you can
Well,
zoom
you don't-
out.
Yeah, you can look at a location. So, let's say your daughter trapped in this orphanage specifically, right? Where would
You can
she
ask.
be at?
You
People.
can ask to see.
How does it work on people?
Well,
Huh?
like a scry.
Do I need to know them, or do I just need to know of them?
I think you can just know of them if you know they exist.
Show me the head of the family.
We were supposed to wait for that. We were supposed to have a meeting with him, and he was gonna find us. Oh.
Wait, no.
Daeris' spouse, Celebrenn, who is currently sitting in a chair, arm tied to another person, sits up and sits forward slightly as the form of a towering Goliath now kind of fills the
Hey.
mirror. Where you can see
Real
in the
quick, Connor.
background, Suero is also present. And you see Suero kind of very hastily turn and look at the mirror, and eyes go wide.
Can I like?
Hey, can I
Can
tell
I?
you?
Can I swipe it away?
Can I tell you guys something fun?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Bryn's family.
I don't know who you are. You're the head of the family. I know that for a
Can
fact.
I
I don't know your name. I don't know your identity. But what I do know is that you care about kids. There's an orphanage. There's an orphanage over in Elbadil that currently has a bunch of children in terrible condition. I don't know their name. I don't know the name of the name of the facility. I do know one of the kids that are there. I'm just bringing this to your attention. I'm going to be going there too. My daughter's there. And before the Goliath has a chance to say anything, they will flip away the mirror.
She will like shake him.
We
Like,
are in
what are
so
you
much
doing?
trouble.
Sends a message to her. We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Hey guys,
What was
I
that
want to
about?
remind you, somebody has to be crazy enough to marry Daeris. Cannot be
I'm
Chloe.
asking
I
a
mean-
character. This guy. What are you doing?
I figured only Bryn was visible in the mirror.
Well, I
Like,
was probably
because-
visible, honestly.
Granny may have been visible. You're not sure.
It was my responsibility to hold him back.
Fitz was being nosy. Fitz is just like seeing what was going on, and wasn't expecting Bryn to call the family.
How
Mhm.
far are we from Elbadil?
You are
we can
all
take
the way near
express
Hargrak.
train.
Fuck.
We can take the express train from Hardgrack down to
yeah,
Carhax.
Yeah.
Do we know?
Okay.
Do we know any teleportation circles near Elbadil?
yeah,
Yes, in fact, you
Zandy's
do.
tower and our
Zandy's.
tower.
Um,
Zan-
Granny has said to Bren, "What the hell were you doing?" And Bren's just gonna say very simply, "I am making sure that the safest person possible is the first one to get there."
Are you?
I know enough about the family to know that they will never harm a child. They will adopt children. They will bring them into their fold, maybe, but they will never harm a child.
You realize
But the
that
people
you
who are
just
doing that to my daughter deserve more than just a bullet. They deserve exactly what that man is going to go there and do to them.
I appreciate your gusto, but you just invited the family to scoop up dozens of children into their criminal empire to make them into criminals. What are you thinking?
Quick
Also,
question. Are
mention
they yelling?
Granny is. She's not shouting, but her voice is definitely raised.
not
They
to
don't all become members of the criminal organization.
Can I just point out something, which is Daeris would also do that and would also enjoy. You have no idea because you've not been
Daeris
with.
would have shot them.
Oh, it's not just
Daeris would have
Daeris.
killed them. That's all they would have done. No, this needs to last, and this needs to hurt.
You are only thinking about punishing. You're not thinking about the best future for these children. I'm
The
sorry
best
that
future
your
for these
daughter
children
is there,
away from them.
and we're going to do that. You don't.
If we move slow enough, we won't get to them. You've seen how they are. Dingy
Well, I do-
clothes, bruises, red marks on their faces. They're being abused. They're being attacked. They're not being
Well, I can-
fed. I'm sure of that.
And they're not gonna
clean.
die in a couple days. We're
Some of
going
them
to get
will.
to them. You don't.
And what
I can hear yelling.
what happens if they take your child too?
That's why I mentioned my daughter's there.
Yeah.
You think
they'll
they
definitely-
care? They're the
I
fucking
agree with
fam-
Celebrenn.
What
If
the
he
fuck
knows
is
it's
going
right,
on?
he will.
Your spouse just
I-
invited them to have a bunch of
Brittany.
orphans come up like me.
Homie, most of those kids, what? Are in an orphanage in Elbadil. What's gonna happen to them?
Well, it's-
Most people who go through the system end up not making it. At
If
least
I
with the
rec-
family of safety.
If I recall, they give the children a choice in the family.
Michelle forgot that, to be honest.
They give them a choice. They aren't forced into a criminal empire. They're given a place to live, and they get to choose. And honestly, as I said in the storm of everyone yelling, I agree with Celebrenn. I think that one more day for us getting there is going to be one more punch to a 2-year-old. It's going to be one more day for children not to be fed, one more day for endless amounts of things to happen. Maybe the headmaster of the orphanage loses their temper and accidentally punches a child too hard.
I
I
also
would
have to
rather-
agree.
I would rather the family come, get the children, and then we go to the family, get Daeris and Celebrenn's daughter, and the children will at least grow up in an environment where they will have food and not be beaten by adults.
Who can't hear you.
No, Granny just. She's like, I can't deal
No.
with this right now.
You're right. Don't get me wrong. You're right, and Daeris is right, and Bryn's right. However, my worry is they use. I don't know. I don't know anything about the family because obviously it's not really something I'm familiar with. What if they use your child as a bargaining chip to get us to work for them?
Well, from what I've heard, the family are not much ones for loose ends, and knowing that most of the children there actually do have living parents that may eventually come looking for them, they are not likely to try to ingest them into the system. That might attach them to what is happening with changelings and make them an enemy of both governments. I believe that there will be a bit of time with which to get those children back to their actual families if they can be found. There might be some difficulties here, but again, from your conversation with the previous individual, Swero, they are also interested in solving this changeling case, and this information enough can be bargaining for whatever they might offer, as we have a means of locating the parents of these children. And
will
perhaps locating their missing changelings as well.
I will say I do agree on Celebrenn, for one, that maybe the family would be a better option for them. Like most of them are changelings.
Changelings don't often end up in respectable careers if people know what they are. Be quite frank, I don't know if Bryn's publisher knows the changeling. For good reason. Hell, Celebrenn is an elven name for a reason.
I will say-
Michelle, we can't hear you.
I hate this so much.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Just don't speak
Can-
quiet.
Hold on.
Okay.
Michelle, this is a $20 microphone from Walmart.
Not. And I never had this issue before. I swear to God, I never had this issue before. Anyway, she's just gonna say it doesn't really matter what like the objections or whatever because it's already happened. We can't change the past, so we have to work with what we have, and we just need to go to Elbadil and figure it out from there. Right? I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, there's no harm in going to Elbadil. They're still there.
As we for right now, they're still there. But either way, we go there and we figure it out from there.
Am I allowed to shoot the person in charge, or have you already done something?
No, bullet won't be needed.
Okay. Good work. And she'll just kiss him on the cheek. Jill, you are cranking them out today.
I can't stop.
Brain a prison.
Becca's too busy playing her character being angry to not, but still had to laugh at that one.
I was like, oh god, what did you draw this up?
Oh
my god.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm only angry when, like, I only look angry when my character's in the scene, but I can't help my neutral face.
Yeah.
And with all of that, we will end the session there.
Guys, I love my spouse so
Your
much.
spouse is a little bitch.
Hey, I need to remind you, look who
Bitch ass Busta.
He's a
think
bitch ass
about
buster.
Daeris, whose morality is two things. My family above all else, and justice above all else.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna take us out. Goodbye,
With all
stream.
that. Oh wait, how? Okay.
Huh? What? You gonna say
I was
something?
gonna do my sign out, you
Oh,
fucking
sorry.
dork.
We'll go for it. We'll do it.
With all that said, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, pass the word around to your friends. Tell them about this. We love seeing more folks here. We stream regularly Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I may or may not pick up more stream days. We'll see. But with all that said, say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.